Hello, my little nerds and nerdettes. Please join us for a new campaign.
Of
Campaign 2.
Dungeon Crawlers! Yeah!
Dungeon Crawlers.
I don't miss that, I'm not gonna lie.
Crawlers. Oh, yeah. We're getting deep into this shit.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's a little weird. It came off a little heavy.
Anyway,
Anyway,
deep in the dungeon.
welcome.
To the dungeon.
Little hiatus through the summer after the end of campaign 1. What was that, like 2 years in the running? Almost 100
Yeah,
episodes?
man.
Joke
ride.
campaign, thinking, 20, 25 episodes, and we ended up with almost 100. So we took a little hiatus off through the summer, enjoyed ourselves, got out and actually, touched some grass for once.
Yes.
I took some time off to write my next campaign, and then I left our awesome stream in the hands of Mr. Stratty, and he gave us a 1920s, 30s ghost filibuster type whorehouse, not other whorehouse, but the horror house.
Lots of whorehouses, for sure.
Yep. I mean, who knows with this campaign? We might end up in a lot of whorehouses.
You never know.
Anyways, well, I don't know. Yeah, we'll find out. New campaign, new characters, new personalities. But, let's get into this.
Yeah.
I'll do my little introduction here. So,
Let me drop the music. 1 second.
yes. Very excited. Good to see you all. For a little over 200 years since our campaign of Rothos, the continent torn asunder by war, famine, and war, the Illithar, a great magic people, looking to alter their bodies and create better versions of their elven forms. While dwelling into the arcane, they have pulled powers far greater than anything they could ever handle, causing an implosion of magic and a giant rift asunder the very ground they stood upon. Over the years, those who were once called monsters learned to live with one another, realizing coming to a common purpose allowed for a trading, civilization, purpose, protection, and advancement. The creatures now mutated in these lands, they have learned to come together. Thriving cities have established themselves, trade routes, and magic now runs rampant through the land. These times since the main ruling house of Diona, that had once ruled for centuries, killed, taken, lost to time, this continent looks for signs of their return, only to see none. This has caused 3 other noble houses to now look for who will rule, whether by a new family being voted in or the throne taken by force. The Twilight Throne has now sat vacant for long enough, and recently the tensions have begun to rise high on who shall have this throne. Parties, secret meetings, espionage, and conversations or votes, buyouts, and whatnot is all for the take. The Illithar, a once great race that once lived in Radar, now called the Daknir, or the Blind Ones, have disappeared from this land. And who knows what this new story brings us as we venture forth into Radar, a vibrant and colorful land. So, with that being said, please join us for our new introduction video, compliments of our Miss War / Nova.
Whoop, whoop.
Everybody,
All right.
turn your eyes. Here we go.
And
Roll the bot.
everybody ready? Here we go.
Let's
Trailer
go!
to reveal.
Trailer 2! Let's
Bam.
go.
And we're back.
Yo, you've outdone yourself this time.
Go.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Well done. Well done.
Individually, you find yourself in the great city of Omerya. Omerya being the central capital of Radar. Surrounded on all sides, and yes, I know I'm still waiting on my map to be made, so next session you'll actually be able to see Radar. But Omerya, the main capital, kind of a free force that is ruled by one central monarch that kind of rules over the other three almost continents per se. These three other continents kind of fighting for dominance here on the Twilight Throne, or the city so-called the Crystal Capital. Individually, people find their way or trade here, disappear here, being a big city, coin to be had, adventures to be had, shops to be thrived, and little underbelly as well. Everybody has a different reason for making their way to the Crystal Capital. That's where it brings a new set of adventures. So the first set, we look to the alleys, streets, and main throes of Omerya, we come to Sophia and Patience. As you guys have slowly made your way into town over the course of the last couple of weeks, for your various reasons, you found yourself at home here looking for something, hiding from something. What are you guys doing right now?
What's the situation on our wanted status here? Has
Wanted
word reached
status.
this city, or did we
You're
leave
unsure.
that behind in Dollar?
You're unsure. The Crystal Capital is a extremely large capital. People come here to disappear all the time. Whether or not people are aware of your presence or who you are, you're not sure. So far in the last 2 weeks that you've been here, you don't feel like you have noticed any adverting eyes other than normal for the traveling pair that you are.
Still
The
gonna
two of
keep
us
the hood
have
up.
lost our former way of life, obviously. Both of us are looking for new ways to try and make a little money. I, for one, am. Sophia would be excited to try out some new skills. So she'd have been looking for places looking for mercs to hire. Not anything big scale. Still, the two of us are trying to keep our names low, right?
Yep.
We're not trying to get found out, but just get a little money on the side, practice some of these skills. We haven't really had to live on our own like this before. So we would have spent probably the last
Not
week
in
looking
a
around.
long time.
Right, yeah. So we would have looking around, simple jobs, ways to make money. Certainly stealing from some people, that's how we've always gotten by. But that's what we would have been up to.
Maybe
Probably the
a
last
little bit.
week since we got here.
You've found all of that. Between your skill set, Sophia, you've managed to make a couple and sell a couple of your tapestries. You found a couple of back alley places to test your physical skills. Winning some and losing some, mostly because a lot of those back alleys are not the most legit fights. So, sometimes getting jumped by a couple more than you anticipate, and or, a little more than the one-on-one. Coin to be had, coin to be taken.
They're not playing fair.
Correct.
Well,
But
When you get let
guys.
me try and help you cheat.
Well,
This
now
is
I
not
might
the
need
same.
help.
I got you.
Thanks. Maybe you can try that little grease trap trick you did that one time.
Worked last time. You won
Oh, yeah?
20 straight matches in a row. It's your best trick. I won't bring back old wounds.
Oh, well, now we might need to work together. We'll get through this. We'll kill that son of a bitch.
I hope no one recognizes us here. I don't know how many of those pit fighters travel around. You certainly create quite a name for yourself. Everyone talked about you.
You cut an impressive figure, don't I?
Quite the show.
Well,
As the sun comes in, kind of about a little early midday, you guys just kind of, I don't know why it keeps turning my mic on. You guys continue to
rolled
make
20.
your, yeah, you guys make your way, down the kind of, not the main street. You guys tend to stay away from that, but you guys make your way towards one of the back streets, towards one of the local bars that you guys are pretty common to going to. It's called the Slaggers Way. It's just a kind of a crummy, off the main drag bar dive type deal. You go there to have knock a couple back. A little more of the shadier type / those with few coin go to. So, as you make your way there, we'll switch over. You guys have been here for roughly about a week at this point. You guys are a little more common to the looks that you get because of your travel party, Axel and Nova. You've made your way in town, and you try to keep off the grid as much as possible, but obviously the way Nova looks draws a lot of attention, and Axel, you also as much. Along with the, I guess you could say, jobs that you pull in, you tend to draw a little bit of a crowd no matter what you do and go. But you try to keep off as much as possible. But what are you guys up to today?
We would be set in kind of thinking of like traveling from a couple different taverns. We'd probably be hanging out in the underbelly, so to speak. Looking for the urchins of the city. Going to the taverns, keeping an ear out for people that might be easy to swindle, or those that might be hard up. So I would imagine that you would come in and see them hanging out in the back of a tavern. Not a bad tavern, but not so upscale. Probably a couple of illegal games going on in there. It'd be probably sitting at a table in the back, surveilling. Well, what do you think, Axel? Do you think we should move on, or you spot anybody in here that we should maybe take outside and see if they'd be interested in striking up a deal?
Oh, I see a few good targets, all right. And best be sure they're not gonna cross a knoll and live to regret it. So...
Well, before we take the hard route, let's see if they give in willingly.
I suppose. Ain't that right, Chuckles? As he sort of cranes his neck and looks over his shoulder to a flail with a human skull mounted on it.
Nice.
Does Chuckles also agree on this target?
Oh yeah, he thinks it'll be just hilarious.
Well, then I suppose we shouldn't waste any time.
Let's do it.
And we could probably end our segment there. You're doing a job, so to speak.
Said job, you notice a kind of an older gentleman dressed well, surprisingly, for the area of town that you are in. And you kind of you get a read on him. you do your little thing, Nova, and you're like, I think I can get a couple out of this guy. And you begin to follow this gentleman out of the bar that you guys are in. And at the same time, Sophia and Patience, you guys are coming down one of these side alleys, kind of into this main square. And as you come into this main square, you notice an individual in the center of this main square, standing on like 2 or 3 boxes that seem to be stacked high, and he's just screaming things into the air. And you get a little bit closer, and you notice this small goblin-looking creature, and he just begins to talk and yell.
Yeah, so you guys see KB sort of in a town square that would be, like where a barker would go to speak. Maybe there's a little platform raised up. He has to have like 2 or 3 additional ones because he is a goblin, so like no one will notice him unless he's like standing on several sort of milk crates. And he's just giving this kind of blustering speech, and at first no one is listening, and he's not exactly captivating the market square, but a few people sort of come in, and he's telling them that this is maybe like a square with blacksmiths and leather workers and crafts people, right? So he's telling them about the city, giving this blustering speech about how they're business owners. They shouldn't be paying their taxes to the lords of this land. Types of opinions that wouldn't be very popular here, right? He finds a blacksmith who goes to listen to him. He asks him, what do you pay for your taxes? Why? Tries to engage with him, and he sort of gets like half. The blacksmith is like half engaged with him, right? And he's explaining to him that you should own your own company as a blacksmith, right? You shouldn't be paying someone just because that person is determined to be the feudal lord of this plot of land that we sit on. And some town guards come by and kind of listen to this, and maybe they've heard him a couple times before, but he says
They're
something
not concerned about you, are they?
They're not super concerned. They hear KB say something like, if one man has gold that he didn't earn, then another man worked for gold that he never received, right? And they kind of blow him off. They're not that interested. And his speech goes on, and eventually he says, give us what belongs to us in peace, so that you will not have to give it to us. I'm sorry, give us what belongs to us in peace, so that we will not have to take it by force. And this sort of perks their ears up, and 2 or 3 of the town's guards come over and start pushing him off the thing, and he's real small.
You're done. Please get down. This conversation no longer needs to be had.
Hey, so.
No.
Get a look at the short thing over here.
You've done this every day for 2 weeks now. Off of the podium. We're no longer having discussion. No, you're done.
I don't have masters in this town. You have no right to tell me
Mark,
this is a public space. No.
And you watch as the one grabs on the back of the head, and as he's flailing around, like just gut punches him. And you watch like crunches up into this fetal position and begins to like carry him off like a suitcase.
Okay.
They take him over into a small corner.
I'm going over. I'm gonna tap him. I'm gonna tap the one that punched him on the shoulder.
Oh,
be
no.
like,
it's a town guard. What?
What are you doing beating him up like that?
You're not beating him up.
He didn't do nothing.
It's off, or we'll put you in the shackles tonight. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Guy.
Walk on.
No one was even listening to him. Let the little man yell his stuff.
And he just tries.
He's getting kicked. He's like, somebody might have been listening.
No one was listening.
He takes the edge of the spear, like just like the handle, and like pops KB right in the face, and you just watch like this little, like a shiner almost begins to form right away. Next time I catch you here, I'm gonna do more than that next time. It's off. You're making me work fucking hard. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Sarcastically salute the guard.
And as he set you down, he kind of like, to him, it's kind of like a light foot shove, but it's just like KB just like eats shit, almost scorpions for like a foot. Oh shit! Let's leave. Like, kind of take off.
I'll go over
You
to
okay
the.
there?
Dust myself off. This is like an every few day occurrence to KB. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, they don't understand because they're dumb that if you're trying to make the point that the town's guard is not there for your protection and their response is to beat you up, that they are in fact proving your point for you. So it's really fine. I just take a beating every few days. It's not a big deal.
I agree. I don't think you're getting anywhere, though.
Well, baby steps. The road
Maybe.
to revolution is made with baby steps.
I agree with your cause. Just your methods seem a little
Guard
pathetic.
brutality. Ain't that a bitch?
Well, we do what we can with what we have.
Yeah.
Aye.
I'll turn to our patients. It feels like this place is just like home.
All too similar, isn't it?
I do I appreciate the help, regardless. Obviously, a beating is expected. You know.
Oh yeah, you had it coming for sure.
Between the three of us, I didn't technically break any laws, but I
didn't technically
possibly trying to start a riot, which would be breaking a law. So,
I kind of get it. I've tried selling lots of my stuff, and I feel like I earn so much money, and all of it goes back to the guild.
Yep.
But that's the way it is for now.
For now. Well, I'm gonna head to the tavern and lick my wounds, so to speak. But thanks again for the.
Well, we were headed that way.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one just down the corner. You been before?
We haven't been to this part of town.
I'll tell you what. Come with me. The first ale's on me.
All right. That I can agree to.
So as you guys kind of slowly make your way, passing little stories back and forth per se, you make your way around the corner to this hole in the wall, kind of run down looking bar. You know, you see one guy. It's probably like 1 in the afternoon, roughly ish. I mean, and there's like, you know, there's a couple of people out front that are already passed the fuck out. You know, some guy around the corner is half naked, laying on the ground. Looks like he's pissed himself. So it's one of those, like, you walk in there and you're like, oh baby.
Hey, Steve.
you just see this hand.
Yes.
rolls over in the mud, and he like passes out again. You walk in, and you're immediately hit with this like several days of like, I don't know, like fermenting body odor of like, you know, like hard miners and carpenters and like blue collar type like physical labor, and it's just like you can smell that it's like they've just been sitting in here for days and days and days and days.
Smells
and
like
as you guys
smells like the gym back home. Just a lot more booze and coal dust or some shit.
Ginge, is this our tavern?
Yeah, this is the one you guys kind of just walked out, and you watched this whole event kind of happen around the corner, and then you kind of just like, and you kind of meandered yourself back to that same bar as you guys lost sight of the individual you were kind of tracking as he left. So
we were in the tavern. I don't think we congregated.
Yeah, you had stepped out to follow an individual.
Oh, okay.
Or at least you had kind of stepped out to track an individual that you might pickpocket and or take a look at, and you'd kind of seen this little event happen and then just step back into the bar.
Okay, I was asking because I have an entrance. So let's just say we come in after they go inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to set the tone so you didn't explain too much and then have to
Nope.
backpedal.
No, and so you three had stepped in, and so now you're inside of this bar, and you notice it's got probably like 10 individuals in there, and they're all, looks like they're pretty much drowning themselves in whatever drink they have.
Well, little man, what's good around here?
I'll just sign to the bartender for 3 of whatever that means to them.
You see a incredibly large, almost ogre individual. 3 drinks coming up. Kind of turns around, pours a couple of drinks, pours the drinks, and like just kind of saunters across the room, and he sets these 3 mugs down. 3 coppers.
I'll cough it up.
Thank you. Like meanders back behind the desk or behind the bar.
So
Yeah,
I'll say,
sniff it.
well, I don't know what's good, but I know here's what's strong. I'll pass out the
That
third.
works for me.
I sniff it. What does it even smell like?
Kitty beer.
I don't even take the time. I'm just
It's certainly not the best beer you've ever had. It does the trick and it's strong, but it's very meh. Kind of leaves like that, like when you leave beer out for like way too long and it gets like really really warm, like that nasty like after, and you're kind of like So it does the trick. It's warm.
It'll
I'm
do.
gonna like kind of make sure nobody's watching. Then I'm gonna quickly like throw my hand at the beer and make it taste actually good. I'll drink
Okay.
it.
oh.
And
Little
you're
prestidigitation?
trying.
Quick prestidigitation.
Are you now? Are you trying? You are trying to hide that?
Not really.
Okay. Okay. So you kind of wave your hand over the drink. A couple of people in the bar, like, take notice. They don't say anything. It's just kind of like
Did you do it to mine too?
Yeah, I'll do it to yours as well.
Sweet.
And KB's. I'll do it to KB's.
okay.
Don't worry. I'm just making it taste good. No
You
offense.
always know what I like.
Sort of suspiciously inspected.
Cheers, little man. You got a name, by the way?
You see that, like, as you ask his name, not that he freaks out, but you see on his face, like, for a split second, slight panic, and a pause, and I just say, you can call me KB.
All right then. You can call me Hellcat.
Hellcat. Okay.
Yeah, don't tell nobody.
All right. And you?
You can just call me Myra for now.
Okay. Myra Hellcat.
There's so much trust in this group already.
I mean, it's session 1. Let's go. I'm so
I'm
excited.
clearly bluffing, KB. And I want you to know that I don't trust you.
Like, it's obviously not your name, and you want everyone in the conversation to know. Yeah.
You gave it away when you said "for now." All right, we ready?
So you guys begin to kind of drink, meander, and you guys tell each other each of your names, and Myra is one of the names she gives you, and you guys kind of look across the table as in like you're all just kind of like,
Yeah.
and it gets like this weird like
Awkward silence.
awkward silence, and you guys are like, like you're taking more sips of your drink than you usually would because you're kind of like
Yep.
trying to like keep yourself busy. And as this happens, all of a sudden the door kind of like flings open a little bit, and 2 individuals walk through.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh god, here we go.
What's
I'm-
going on?
I'm scared on a whole bunch of levels.
You should
Here goes
be.
my campaign. Here goes my fucking campaign.
Here goes all your plans into the shitter.
Oh god.
Oh baby,
So,
2 of us are dying tonight.
100%.
so just to preface this, I'm gonna be mind linked with Axel, which is effective for an hour, and he has the ability to communicate back with me telepathically. So I'm gonna just be telling him in his head while we're walking through the door, that guy didn't even know what hit him. He's not even gonna remember what happened. And we made out like bandits. We're the best.
We definitely are. Ah.
Wow,
So,
real subtle.
I'm gonna have a smirk on my face, and then kind of caught off guard after we're chatting internally, looking over at this table of individuals that definitely.
Oh, was that in? That was internal.
Oh, that was all internal.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that was all. Yeah, in the mind space telepathically. So caught off guard, looking at these people at this table that clearly do not belong here, don't fit in here at all.
No.
And gonna kind of like get a little glint in my eye. Hey Axel, looks like it's our lucky day.
A goblin, a genasi, and a tiefling walk into the end of my blade. End of story. Let's get them.
Yes. All right.
Oh,
So-
fucked me.
So, I'm gonna start with patience. I'm going to. There's nothing you can do about this, by the way.
Huh?
I'm gonna detect patient's thoughts, and I want to know the most, I guess, the strongest, most forefront thought or feeling that she has. I just need to know it. Like,
So that would
like
be-
the all-encompassing.
Yeah.
I'm not probing, so it doesn't require a save.
Okay.
So it's,
It's just
literally
your-
just
it's
gonna be
like your
the
top
strongest,
thoughts.
the strongest feeling, the strongest thought, the strongest drive, whatever.
Surface thoughts right now.
Yep.
Mm.
Take your time. I know
Well-
I kind of put you on the spot.
What are you
There's-
thinking about?
Definitely a feeling of like apprehension at pretty much everything that's going on. But just under the surface, there's this like barely contained anger.
So
It seems
but
ever present. Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right. What about KB?
I think KB's thinking about the blacksmith that he feels like made good eye contact during his speech, and is thinking like, should I go back? I should go back to see him later. Maybe some literature now, and then check back in a week or so. You know.
Does he think in his head blacksmith? So he's thinking. He's not just thinking man eye contact. Is he thinking blacksmith? Is the...
Yeah, I think he's thinking about specifically the blacksmith in the town square that he saw earlier. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Like he doesn't know that man or like his name or anything. He just saw him and recognized him as a smith at the square.
Mm.
Okay. And he's thinking he should go back.
He's
Okay.
thinking that guy was kind of receptive to what I was putting down.
Got it. Okay. Ooh, got it. What about Sophia?
Sophia is thinking about 2 creatures. One is this weird gnoll that just walked in. The second would be KB, and her emotions towards KB is like a kind of like an excitement, like a little bit of hope, like as if she's She's been struggling about something, but now finally feels like this might be something. Like this might be someone to get to know.
So, okay, so basically feeling confused, but also feeling like a little bit of hope towards KB. Like, okay, this could be a good person.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So after collecting, KB's thoughts on this blacksmith, that he really needs to go back and find this blacksmith that he felt was receptive towards him, and Patience having this strong apprehension and kind of a little bit of this anger, and then Sophia feeling maybe a little confused, but also having some sort of intrigue or hopeful feeling towards KB. So I'm going to internally relate to Axel that these three are out-of-towners for sure, and they all appear to be looking for something. So this little goblin friend of ours appears to be interested in finding this blacksmith that he feels he might be able to connect with, and the little blue fighter girl here looks like maybe she's hiding some really deep-seated anger, but also seems to be kind of unsure herself. And lastly, this young one here, she appears to maybe have just met the goblin and might be interested in getting to know him. Maybe we can use this to see if we can give them a little bit of a helping hand. Maybe we'll be their guides, so to speak.
Fresh meat is always too easy.
Yes, it is. Alright, so I'm going to do like a little hidden, just kind of like really low, like out of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, oh my goodness. I don't want to be obvious. Kind of like under the table fist bump Axel. Like, okay, it's go time.
Subtle.
Yeah,
Subtle. I'm like, what's the word? I'm like, there's a word. Subtle. Thank you.
And as this, and as you guys are kind of having this conversation, the local, the musicians in the back corner, are kind of like beginning to strum, like tune up, get everything ready, they look like they're kind of starting to play a little jig, and kind of set the tone in the establishment.
Ooh, tavern music. Let me do that.
I have a song too.
Oh.
Oh, really?
No, I mean
I
So.
just threw something on. Okay.
Yeah, no, hold on. Okay. Once you do that.
Feel free to skip it. I literally was just throwing one in there.
Nope. So, kind of begins to tune up. The female voice begins to slowly sing the song, and as you guys are kind of getting your game plan on, and then the male joins in, a gnome, as he sits behind this little like violin, and kind of slowly begins to pluck away. You hear. The witch's hex jaunts, its moving visage haunts a citadel above where the undying one rests. It's the Lone Ranger's final test. Time running out, the clock goes tick. It's time to twist some motherfucking dick. And then just begins to strum along.
Nice.
And you see everybody like, oh yeah,
Witches.
yeah,
Lone Rangers.
witch's hex.
Cheers. To the
True
Rangers.
classic.
I'm just not in here.
We
so you'll have to tell,
knew
yeah.
we knew that there were going to be lamenting, and there was going to be ballads created for the Lone Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
I had to when we set it up in the bar. I had to. But
Ah,
he kind of begins to strum, and you can tell he's a little drunk, and the female that's singing right now is kind of like looks over at him like, shut the fuck up. And she just like begins to like sing continuously, and he's like, and she like slaps him like in the corner of the shoulder, and he just like stops and begins to strum on the little pig again.
So I'm going to very gracefully slide over to this table. So for introduction reasons, you'll see Nova approach you, and she is, she's about 5'9", and she has pale skin, and it looks almost transparent. And the important piece of that is that it looks as if the blood in her veins has a bioluminescent glow to it. So you can kind of see that just ever faintly glowing all throughout her skin. Accompanied by her eyes having this very light glow as well. And the glow gives off kind of a blue hue. She's wearing a very basic leather pants and a tunic with a cloak with a big fur edge around the top of it, or the big fur edge around the cloak, the hood. My goodness, the hood on the cloak. And at this moment, she has her hair braided, and in her hair is kind of a mauve wine color. Kind of has like a dark red tinge to it. She is going to walk up to the table, put her hands down on the opposite side of you, depending on kind of how you're sitting, or sat. Oh my goodness. She's going to put her hands on the table, and then she's just going to very gracefully take a seat. Has a very welcoming grin on her face. And she's going to say, well, hello. You all look very new here.
Who wants to know?
Well, I do, considering we don't see newcomers around here very often, and being that you look like you're from out of town, I'm just interested in seeing if I can maybe help direct you, since this probably is not where you're looking to be. Not a friendly part of town. Michael, you're muted.
I'll have a seat. I'm afraid we already ordered drinks, but did I catch her name?
Well, thank you. My name is Nova. What is yours?
Myra.
Nice to meet you, Myra. I'll take a
Mira Myra. Milmyra.
my apologies, Milmyra. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Or perhaps I'll call you George and make it a little easier.
Yeah.
I'm going to put my hand up towards Axel and glance over at him. This is my partner, Axel. If you don't mind, he would love to join us as well.
Is that going to be a problem for any of you? As he sort of licks his canines.
I'm gonna put my hand toward Patience. Can I pet it?
That's probably not a good idea.
I'm going to point
Nice
at
to meet. It's nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you as well. I'm going to point at Patience. I didn't catch your name, love.
Just call me Hellcat.
Hellcat, very fitting. And then I'm going to point at KB.
I know, right?
And yours?
You can call me KB. That'd be fine.
KB, very easy.
Should we describe ourselves too? For clarity?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to...
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So, this tiefling, you can tell because her hood pokes up a little bit in the front. She's wearing like a pretty plain like traveling cloak right now with the hood pulled up. but underneath seems to be wearing like pretty bare bones clothing, like, you know, just a simple like linen, like kind of half cut shirt, and her belly's exposed, and you can see she's pretty well toned, and short, basically shorts, like the equivalent of like a sports bra and shorts kind of thing, or like a sports top. Her skin is this light blue color, and from under the hood you see these bright, like ice blue eyes on a background of black, looking at you. Her hands and feet are both wrapped up, and she is barefoot. Probably about like 5'6". That's
Sweet. That is Hellcat.
mm-hmm.
Next to patient, Sophia looks very scrawny. She's a younger woman, about 19 or 20, a few years younger than Patience, and has longer red hair. And today she's wearing kind of some fine red robes. Probably one of the nicer looking clothing in the room. By her side, she just kind of has a backpack with a couple of like rolls of almost like parchment or cloth kind of sticking out of it. And then by her side, she has, it's about the size of a spell book, but it looks to be like large kind of parchments kind of folded up kind of into a bundle by her side. And she'd be keeping one of her arms near it.
Excellent.
Yeah, KB is small. He's a goblin, so he's probably, just maybe a smidge under 4 feet tall. If anyone has like known goblins before, he probably seems a little bit off. He's got, typical green skin, ears kind of out to the side, several piercings, kind of like scars and nicks out of his ears from being in fights and things as when he was younger. Long kind of claws, I guess, that I don't know if they're claws, but like long nail claws like a goblin would have. But it's also very like proper. So he's got great posture. He sits up straight. He wears like a leather vest that is sort of like padded leather armor, and a really dark brown like top coat over it, as well as like a derby cap that has a little feather in it. As you sit down, he pulls out like a very nice pipe, begins to light his pipe. He seems like he seems well educated and very like kind of prim and proper, especially just in general, but especially for a goblin, which are peoples that are not typically of that way, right? There's no goblin royalty or anything like that, so that's probably what would stand out about him if you knew other goblins before.
I did forget one major defining feature. She looks humanoid, but you would notice like stony skin covering a lot of her face and neck, almost if it was like some sort of affliction.
Oh, okay.
I forgot a major detail as well. What you can see of her arms and for most of her legs are tattooed with like a tiger stripe pattern.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Forgot about that.
Awesome.
What about the knoll?
As he sort of walks next to the table, he makes sure to take up a position that like directly covers Nova's 6. He sort of leans on one of the nearby support pillars of the bar, or of the tavern rather. He is essentially resembling a bipedal hyena with short red fur and white on his lower legs, and a white streak that covers his face, underbelly, and tail. Pointed button ears with black tips, and 3 large tufts of fur on each side of his face, triangular black nose, and of course a mouth full of very sharp teeth. One very defining feature is that his sclera, irises, and pupils are all pinkish red, and no other distinctive colors are visible. And he also sports a sort of forward swept mohawk that resembles a mane of fur. He appears to be dressed in some sort of rudimentary chainmail and common clothes, with a slung or wrapped around his belt a very vicious-looking flail with fashioned out of a human head and iron spikes. Also strapped across his back, is a 2-pronged spear, a bident, fashioned out of bone, and a shield emblazoned with the face of a wolf.
Badass.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay.
Well, Nova, I
Cameras.
believe you were telling us why we didn't want to be in this tavern.
Yeah, so, as I mentioned, it's quite easy to tell that you're not from around here. And that, that also goes to say that because you're here and this is not really a place for people like you to hang out, it's very undesirable for individuals such as yourself. So I thought I would.
What do you mean,
see-
people like us?
Well, you don't look like drunkards that sleep in their own piss all day.
Fair.
Like you know anything about us. And the streets
Hey.
aren't that undesirable if you're used to it.
Don't make fun of Steve. He's just sleeping.
You're right. I don't know much about you at all, other than the fact
Maybe
that you
he looks
don't
at,
look
like,
you sleep in
the
your own
dirt.
piss.
Looks at the dirt on his clothes from like getting his ass kicked earlier. It's like, oh, all right, well,
You might also say that I have skills in kind of reading people. That's what I'm known for around here anyway. So, being that you look like you might be out of place, I thought I might offer my services and maybe help direct you to wherever it is you're trying to go, or find whoever it is that you're trying to find. I'm gonna look at KB when I say that. Perhaps a blacksmith?
well, I did want to stop by and see one before the day's out. But I'm sure his shop is easy to find.
There are many blacksmiths around here. But I happen to know where the one you're looking for resides.
And how did you happen to know which one I'm looking for?
As I said before, I have skills. It's what I do. I believe they call it a truth seer around here. Some call it a fortune teller. I can see things and read people. Better when they allow me. But this is just what I gathered from the moments that I've been in your presence.
Do you see that Sophia kind of looks in, like she's actually pretty interested in what you're saying? Doesn't say anything though.
Would I get that if so? As I'm talking to them, I'm gonna be continuing to try to, as I'm looking at them, each of them individually, because you'll notice, like, I'm gonna look at KB or I'm looking at Sophia. As I'm doing that, I'm trying to collect feeling as well. So, as I'm talking to KB about the blacksmith and about, you know, being a fortune teller, so to speak, is there a really strong feeling he's giving off?
So are you actually trying to read, or are you just trying to read his body language?
I'm not. If it's a strong enough, if it outperforms the whole blacksmith thing, again,
I know. So are you
reading
listening
thoughts.
to his top? Okay, so you're reading top thoughts.
Yes, to see if what I'm saying might incite enough feeling that it overtakes a stronger feeling, I might get that sense. So, for example, if Patience is really stuck on being really uncertain and I'm talking to her about something, but that doesn't really outperform that, I won't pick up on it. So it's gonna be if I say something and it really catches, I might feel that, like, all of a sudden it's gonna be like, wow, I really want to know my fortune. I really want to know what it's gonna happen to me in life. That might outperform what they previously were feeling. That's kind of what I mean.
Yep.
Sophia is. Oh, go ahead, Ginge.
Oh no, I was gonna say that's. Go ahead. I was just gonna say.
Sophia
whatever's in your top
is
thoughts.
clearly interested in your powers, wants to learn about them, and is comparing them to her own abilities.
Oh, okay. Would I get any change from KB, or is he still stuck on previous?
You would get probably the opposite from KB. He doesn't want to know more, and he doesn't want to engage in whatever it is you've got going on, right? The idea of someone attempting to look into his mind is deeply, deeply distressing.
So you would get a feel like it obviously turns him off. Like he's very turned off towards the idea is what you're kind of getting. Like nope.
Here, I'm gonna post it. If that helps kind of understand.
Yep. So you get a sense that KB is very standoffish and doesn't like the idea of you probing deeper. Sophia gives you more of a vibe of interested and kind of alludes to her own abilities to a certain a certain aspect of it. Patience, do you give off kind of a vibe at all? Anything, or are you just
this sort of general like apprehension and sort of alertness from before is now focused squarely on you and Axel, and she's sort of wondering if you know who she really is.
Oh, so I would feel that she's wondering if I know who she is.
Yeah, like
Okay.
were there some posters that she didn't see?
Okay. So getting that KB is giving off the no way vibe, she's gonna be actually shifting over to Sophia then. Kind of give her a really welcoming, friendly smile. So, I get the impression that maybe I can help you. Or maybe there's something that you are looking for that I can help you find.
I'm interested in what you can do. He said he can read minds.
I can.
What?
I can learn quite a lot. This is just, again, this is very basic, but if you wanted me to look into your past or into something you're looking for, I mean, I have an untapped database of knowledge that I can seek through. That might help you find what you're looking for. But if you're just interested in what I can do, is it because you want to do it as well, or are you wanting to learn something?
Are you probing her thoughts right now?
No, I'm not. I'm asking her.
Oh. It's just not every day that I talk to someone that can read minds. In fact, I've never heard of these. What did you call it? Truth seers?
There's many names for them, and I've heard that in Omerya, I've heard many refer to what I can do as being a truth seer, but I'm not just trying to toot my own horn here, but I feel I'm way overqualified compared to them.
Interesting.
I'm gonna reach my hand out to her. I can prove to you just how much I can see if you would just trust me.
I hope you're not offended if I don't.
No, of course not.
My
It's-
thoughts
it's
are my
not for
own.
everyone. No, of course.
But there's a lot you could do with that.
Yeah, so many come to me because they've forgotten things, and I'm able to pull up old memories or find individuals they once had met before that they couldn't remember. There's a lot of great pros to it.
Have you ever created a
Valuable
false
resource.
memory?
I can't create memories. I can simply look through what memories you have that maybe you just can't access anymore. And of
I'm
course
afraid
you
you'd
would
find
know
my
this.
memory. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but of course you would know this because even a forgotten memory, when reminded of it, would feel familiar.
Well, I'm afraid you'd find my memory quite boring.
For as long as I've done this, I don't think I've found anyone boring. But as I mentioned before, if you're not interested in my services in that direction, I am very well acquainted with the city and would be happy to aid you if you're looking for something.
I'm gonna have to politely decline. I'm afraid tonight I'm just looking for a nice drink and conversation. But offers like that, no offense. Hope you understand why I wouldn't want you probing.
No, of course, I understand. I'm going to very briefly shoot a glance at Patience and mind link with her and whisper, "She knows who you are."
Who does?
I'm not gonna answer.
And what the fuck is with people getting in my head today?
So the voice that she would have heard in her head would not have been familiar. So it wouldn't have been Nova's voice that she had heard say she knows who you are.
You see her eyes just kind of darting around the room like, the fuck?
It's been a pleasure talking to you. I think it's time to go. And I am gonna show my empty glass. Thank you, KB. The drink was wonderful.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, sorry that I couldn't be more helpful, but I do tend to hang around these parts, so if you do change your mind or would like my help in any way, please don't hesitate. I'm gonna
No,
extend
of
my
course not.
hand. I'm gonna extend my hand out to Sophia. For
Oh, I'll
to shake
definitely take it.
I'm gonna try to put my index finger on her radial artery.
She's not paying
Ooh.
attention.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. You know what? No. I'm gonna wait. Because she already was giving kind of like the uncertain, so I don't want to push it. No, so I'm just gonna shake her hand. I hope you all have a lovely evening.
It was a pleasure talking to you, and of course, if we're looking for something, I know where to go now. And I'll give you a smile.
I'm gonna smile back and nod. Good luck.
Thank you.
As you guys are sitting there, and you kind of have your little exit speech, and it gets a little awkward. Two individuals walk through. You see that? He's getting his ass kicked around the corner again. They're gonna take everything from him this time. Oh, I know. Yeah, he never learns. He always comes through this side of town, and he tries to take that stupid shortcut, and well, he's gonna catch you this time. That dumbass Miller. Well, that's what you get when you bring that much coin in this back alleys. Drinks on me this time. You kind of hear like a little commotion outside of the front door.
Sounds like some people are getting a little rowdy.
I'm gonna glance
I might
back at
find it.
Axel and grin, and then mind link with him. Should we go check that out?
I think we should.
I'm gonna nod my head towards the door then, kind of like to signal, let's go. And I'm gonna start walking towards the door.
He'll stop leaning off and sort of follow behind. As he sort of follows behind, though, he sort of brushes past Patience, and he nonchalantly brushes his tail along any belt pouches she might have in such a way that you can't tell if it was accidental or intentional. And then he follows Nova.
She'll slap your tail away with her own. Like a whip.
Like when you go to
You-
somebody's house and their big fluffy dog like is walking all over the place and just like smacking you in the face with their tail, and
Yeah.
you're just like, get out, stop.
As he's sort of walking away, you think you can hear him sort of start to yip under his breath.
Oh my god, that's so perfect.
This fucking campaign.
I fucking love it. I can't.
Oh,
Well,
baby.
Well,
What do you think of
And-
creepy lady and dog man, huh?
Well, I didn't think they were bandits or thieves, but sure, that that creature sure looked eager to get to the spot where the coin was dropped.
I
Just
am
for a-
curious to see if the skull flail is just for show.
Out of
Yeah,
like
it's a strange pair.
just to be said, gnolls are not commonly seen. So like
Yeah.
a lot of eyes do follow Axel as he leaves. I mean, it's not uncommon, but it's definitely not common at all.
And
Like, it's kinda-
most people know
It's
not
not
to
unheard
fuck
of,
with.
but it's like
Exactly.
nobody has maybe seen it here before.
And well, also,
And most people know not to fuck with them because where they come from, the phrase "I'll eat you for breakfast" is not just a figure of speech.
Yeah.
also
vast
an
majority-
oddity because we're in Omerya and he has a humanoid traveling companion.
Mhm.
So there's like all kinds of oddity with it.
Which she also is not a common sight, and you're not really sure what she is. But yeah, most gnolls, and this is very common knowledge, most gnolls are known. With few exceptions, there are some that dwell more north in like these frozen wastelands. But the vast majority of them come from the Delarian wastelands, like highly desert, just really random, kind of a shitty place to live. A lot of death all the time. Just not a good place to be, period. They don't venture north very often either, or out of the Delarian wastelands, so it's just very uncommon, and usually if they do, it's because it's like a large war band, and they usually get put down pretty quick.
That Nova, she sure seemed confident
Like
in
a-
her abilities, didn't she? And yet she was dealing with lowlife like us. I don't think they're that different. I'm kind of intrigued. And I want to learn more about her gifts, don't you?
I think con men often are confident. It's in the name.
Oh no, KB's wise as Kaz is.
I don't know.
Well put.
KB.
She's
Silver
rubbing
tongue.
me the wrong way.
We were looking for a new start here. I mean, what if... We've met KB here. He seems to be a good businessman. We could use someone with gifts like Nova.
Maybe. They do something I don't like, though. She cracks her knuckles.
And I'm also nervous that she could read our minds, and there's information if she could glean that could be very dangerous if it got out. I think it's... I'm scared what she learned if she... She said she read your mind. You've never met her before, right? I'll turn toward KB.
No, it's the first time I've seen her.
And she knew what you wanted? Where you wanted to go?
Yeah.
I think we keep an eye on her. And I'm gonna
Seems
start heading down that.
Seems sort of like a violation.
I'm gonna head down that. I'm gonna follow them.
It's a class 4 violation.
So you guys begin to, well, at least Sophia, you begin to stand up and kind of, not like very closely behind, but kind of like nonchalantly close, like, follow behind. Trying to make it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with you too. I'll leave a 2 gold tip for the barkeep on my way out, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm following
Which-
Sophia wherever she goes.
Which I'm assuming is probably a
It's a
lot
ton.
of coin for a few drinks. Yeah.
When
You
KB
see
goes-
a couple. Oh, good.
When KB goes back, I'm gonna turn toward Patience. We need to figure out what she got from us.
Yeah. That much I
I
agree.
don't like this at all.
About 5 or 10 feet from the table, like as you're almost to the door exiting, you watch as a couple of individuals like notice the 2 gold and they kind of like stand up and they try to like nonchalantly like grab and like pocket it. Just watch this ogre just come across the room and just no, and like pushes them across and like knocks them over and grabs the gold on the table and like bites into it and just smiles. Come back soon.
I'll
Beer's pretty
nod
good,
and head out
thanks.
the door.
You make you guys' way out into the town square. It's about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock at this point. Kind of not dusk. The sun's setting, but it's not like set. You come around the corner and you guys notice, in the alleyway, Steve's still laying there. He's having a hard time. He's definitely drank way beyond his limits today, and he's still sleeping it off in the mud. But as you come around the corner, you look down this nasty alleyway full of mud, grime. You see a couple more drunks passed out against the wall. One guy's pissing against one of the walls, and further on down, you notice a group of individuals gathered around an older, looks to be like a half-elf. Gray hair pulled back into a long pony that kind of comes down. He's dressed very nice and appropriate. Kind of like a greenish brown looking tunic with very nice little shoes. And he's carrying kind of like a small box in front of him. And you kind of just barely make out the conversation. All you're really able to hear is, no, please. I just want to get through here real quick. I was just trying to take a shortcut. It is not a big deal. Just please. And then you hear a couple other voices. No. If you're coming through this part of town, you gotta pay. It's always the job. You know that. You've come through here a couple of times, Miller. You gotta pay. Yeah, he said pay. He said pay real good. He said it. Do it now. You heard him, Miller. Pay up. I just can't pay up. This does not belong to me. This belongs to the missus of the house. It's just coming through the stores real quick. And he kind of like grabs him by the scruff of his neck and shoves him up against the wall. What are you guys doing?
I believe that's
We
the
all
direction.
see this happening?
I believe that's the direction we were heading because
Yeah,
you said that
you
this
guys
was
had
a-
all kind of turned and kind of went around like Nova and actually you guys are kind of ahead of that. You guys are like down the alleyway a little bit. The rest of you guys kind of come around the corner and you see Nova and Axel kind of, they're like 15, 20 feet ahead of you.
Would I have noticed that they were following us?
I mean, I would assume it's pretty blatant.
I was gonna say, at some point, as we're walking, I'm gonna peek back just to see, just like do kind of like I'm scratching the back of my head. I kind of turn my head a little bit to see if they're following, and
I'm gonna act like I'm deep in conversation with patients. And...
I'm gonna be looking at Nova like this.
Are you seriously giving her? she would probably smirk at you, and then okay. So if I see them
Oh,
following,
what the fuck? My token is under the map.
I gotta
Delete
figure
it and put it back out. No.
Ginge, right-click the map,
Yep.
and then go to layer and send to map layer.
Mayor and what?
Send to map layer.
There it is.
There you go. Perfect.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
But as you guys come around the corner, you do notice this commotion kind of going on, and you notice a couple individuals kind of hackling this elderly gentleman. You know.
As we're approaching, I'll also inform Axel telepathically. Well, our friends decided to follow. They must be more interested than they let on.
So it would seem. Although, how do you want to play this situation in front of us?
Yes, let's not worry about these ones. We can worry about them later. I think we've got them tagged. The situation in front of us. Ginge, can you confirm again, like, what you said? He's like being held against the wall by the.
He's kind of shoved up against the wall, and it looks like he's getting hassled by some individuals.
Perhaps we intervene and look like heroes so that our uncertain friends behind us might see us differently. We might have to play the long con on this one.
5 on 4 odds. Not too bad.
Yeah, I think so.
You'd of course know that he thinks both of his weapons count as people.
Of course.
So
well, what do you say? Chuckles in for a show?
let's do it.
I'm gonna
He
let
watches
Axel take the lead.
Okay. The individual that's now shoved up against the wall, the guy kind of holding him, kind of like punches him one time in the face. Hand it over right now. And in that moment, like a little trickle of blood kind of comes out, and Axel, you get kind of a tickle in the back of your throat.
Would we know who these people are and why they feel like this guy has to pay them money?
From what you can tell, it just looks like a group of thugs.
Yeah. Bad people attacking somebody and probably trying to rob them. Or trying to, tax them.
Mm-hmm. You said a key word here.
Tax. Thug. Rob.
KB freaks out. No, I'm just kidding. Kill them all!
Taxation is theft.
Taxation is theft!
Charges in.
Diablo, have you played Curse of Strahd at all? I was running I was running some of it yesterday, and yeah, the party encountered this tax accountant, and it reminds me a lot of KB. And he was just like, everything he said was like, "You owe me money," like all his numbers in order. And
That's being said, and you guys are kind of like halfway down the alleyway. This individual kind of like steps out in the middle. You can just go ahead and move on here. You don't need to be here. Just an individual, friend of ours, just talking.
Oh, that's how you treat your friends, is it?
No, casual acquaintance. The boss is just having a little discussion with him. The guy just having you step back about 5 to 10 feet. Everything will be fine here.
What is this guy, a kobold?
The individual in front of you looks to be like a kobold, something else mix, kind of scaly slash weird looking. Like I don't know, like you're not really sure if it's a kobold or a goblin or like a mixture of the both or like something else. Like it's just something's wrong. Like he looks mutated to a certain degree, kind of nasty, slimy, but doesn't look good. Smells even worse, especially to your nose, Axel. Like smells awful.
You know, assuming he's at least part kobold, he'll say, I wouldn't exactly recommend that, friend, because, well, you're all bark, I'm all bite.
Oh,
That's your opinion. I really don't appreciate that statement, though. Hey, boys, got a big wig here. I think he's hot shit. You want to come on down here? Maybe you pay tax too. What do you think, there, big guy? And he takes his finger and like pokes you, like, and this guy's like, to you, he's probably just like right about like belly button height, and he kind of like gives you like a, like right above your belly button. It's like one of those like, I don't really appreciate that type feelings. So if you could just kind of back off, I don't really appreciate you guys up in my my space. Boss, got a problem over here. The individual kind of pushing the other guy up against the wall is a larger type. Looks to be full orc, big tusks that come out the front. He's got a ring through one of them, dark green skin, bunch of scars that run down the side of the face. He kind of turns around over his shoulder. It's fine. You guys deal with him. Just tell him to piss the fuck off. I'm trying to get paid over here. You heard the boss. Told you to fuck off. Kind of watches a couple of these guys turn in your general direction. This guy leans up against the wall. Guy takes a couple steps forward. It looks like he's got like a little crossbow or something like that in his hand. He kind of like walks up, eyes you guys down, kind of like sets it on his on his shoulder a little bit, like on his like forearm, and kind of like looks at you like menacingly. He does like the head tilt thing, trying to puff his chest up.
I'm gonna lean on Axel just a little bit, kind of like cross my arms and smirk at the one that poked Axel. Oh, you see, we could have had a friendly conversation about this, but once you start touching things you shouldn't, bad things happen.
Oh, like what, little girl? You got a nice little body there.
Yo, this man
you,
going straight for sexual harassment.
Do you feel like you may be looking for a little work, you think? Oh, shit.
As soon as he says that, he immediately uses his dominant height to impose the fuck over him, and Axel turns deathly serious, and he says, now you listen here. If you are gonna go around and touch my packmate, you're gonna have to deal with me first.
You making intimidation?
Yeah.
Roll an intimidation check.
First roll, let's go.
7.
I've seen your kind before. Yeah, fucking yeah. I'd bite you. Bunch of fucking punks you are. He like reaches out and kind of like gives you a little like a little grab, like a little hip grab, and kind of like slides his hand on it. Curvy one you are. Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Oh shit, I didn't. Okay, yeah. It didn't display the information for whatever reason. I'm gonna do dissonant whispers on him.
What is that, wisdom?
Yeah, it looks like it's wisdom 14.
Yep, 12.
Nice. Roll for damage. I'm gonna do 10 psychic damage to him. He's gonna be racked with like the worst pain. It's just gonna be like electric all through his body.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit! You just watch him like he like grabs his eye, like a nosebleed starts.
And he's just gonna hear like echoing in his head as he's being racked with pain. You shouldn't touch things that don't belong to you. You shouldn't touch things. Stop touching things that don't belong to you.
Roll.
Whoa.
Roll initiation.
Initiative.
Let's
Mm-hmm.
go.
Initiative is being rolled.
Look at that.
We need-
Initiative.
We might need some
0.
combat music.
Oh, I can just replay this. This is perfect. Since we're starting the fight.
Bruh.
Damn, that guy rolled fucking really good.
All of you, all 4 of you, since you're close enough, get a +2 to initiative.
Oh,
for
shit.
being within 30 feet.
All right.
So just in case any of them roll high, Jens, just add 2 to everybody.
To us.
Yes.
I hope you're not giving +2 to the enemy.
No, no.
New campaign, who dis? Oof, gross.
This song is so perfect. Break the rules.
Alright. Show me those rolls, peeps. Meow. Custom roll. Axel initiative 13. Damn. So, B. Two, three, 4. Am I missing somebody's roll? So Axel.
Nova's at the top with a 5.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So.
It got kind of hidden with her other one on top of it.
And then let's see here. Three. I fucking missing. Okay. Oh, where's patience? There it is.
I got us, well, an 8, I guess, with the bonus from KB.
Yes.
Break the rules.
All right. First up is KB. You kind of notice. You notice this kind of happened, and then all of a sudden Nova just like leans forward a little bit, and the skin kind of illuminates a little bit more, and watches this nose just starts to like bleed profusely, and he kind of clutches at his head, puts his face down.
I just looked at all the initiative rolls. You would have thought that I knew that I'd be first. The guy in front of them took some damage already. Did I notice that?
I mean,
Well,
Y-
that's what he was saying with the like you'll see Nova, like you know how I said she has the very light bioluminescent glow to her skin, like it looks like the blood in her veins is glowing. That all of a sudden increases, so she'll like you'll kind of see if you can see any part of her skin anywhere, like she starts to glow a little bit more, and then the guy in front of her, all of a sudden his nose starts bleeding and he just like clutches his head in pain. So you might see that, yeah, something happened.
you're not sure what, but you notice something, maybe.
Yeah. I'm. I guess it's okay. I'll just do this. I'm going to cast Distracting Figment on him. So he takes. I'm sorry. He makes an Intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that's a rare sight in this edition.
Yeah.
5.
Ooh, he fails. He's gonna. That's gonna suck. In fact, I'm gonna cast it at a lower level. Actually, 'cause I don't want to overkill here. He takes 9 damage. He's gonna take I believe psychic damage. Let me just confirm. Yeah, he's gonna take 9 psychic damage. And he perceives a terrifying and threatening creature just out of his sight. Until the end of my next turn, he cannot use reactions, and any melee attacks against him have advantage.
Ooh, one
Damn.
thing that we didn't do, because he failed my Dissonant Whispers, right, Ginge?
Yes.
So part of Dissonant Whispers, when it succeeds, is the creature has to immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed will allow away from me.
Okay.
So that might not be possible. I'm sorry, I completely forgot about that piece. Reaction is it says a reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. It doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground such as fire or pit.
Yeah, he takes off, immediately sees something or thinks that he sees something, and you just watch him screech in his eyes, and and then, like, takes off at a dead run.
Sorry, KB. I completely forgot about that.
That's okay. Can I change what I did since he's not next to anyone? I don't think anyone's going to make a melee attack against him.
I think that's fair because we forgot to complete my piece.
Actually, if that happens, by the way, okay, yeah, do your thing, because Axel will get a reaction if he wants to take it, because he's going to be moving out of combat, like melee range.
Yeah, I'll take an opportunity attack.
Okay, so do you want to keep it as is, KB, or do you want to?
No, if he moves and if he's moved by my turn, I'll do something different.
Okay.
How's an 18
18 hits.
for 5 bludgeoning?
Okay. And did you roll with advantage?
I did not. Let me do that.
Just in case, never know.
Never
Okay.
know. As he's sort of running away, Axel and Nova have done this exact play before. As he's running away, he fucking immediately unwraps the flail and fucking whips it into his ass.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
a deadly
a-
combo. Especially like right in front of him. He's like, oh, he's gonna make him run away. Let's do it.
You just watch as this, like, scone human skull that you would think would shatter upon impact just makes this, like, deafening thud sound as it hits him on the back of the head as he's running away, and you just watch like the blood trickle off the back. It's not looking too hot. KB, is that your turn?
Is he look pretty close? Does that guy look pretty close to like being dead? Does he look like pretty fucked up?
He's pretty fucked up.
Okay, then for my turn, instead of doing what I did to him, I'd like to go back and do a different attack on this main guy who's pushing the dude up against the wall, or who was previously.
So like the damage I had already added on from that attack that you did with the mystic thing or whatever.
Yeah. Let's take the 9 away.
Okay.
Because my main intention of doing that was to give advantage on the melee attacks, but if he's gonna run, I don't want to do it.
Okay, so now he looks messed up and not like really bad.
Yeah, I still want to, I think, attack this main guy here, or who I perceive to be the leader. I'll do a different spell, but it is an intelligence saving throw, so I don't know if you want to re-roll the intelligence save or use the one from before.
Natural 20.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Okay, so nat 20, if he typically takes half, does he take half or does he take none?
It depends on the move.
So the spell is that he takes half damage on a save. I'm just saying, do we homebrew that on a saving throw, if it's a nat 20, you don't take damage?
No, we never. It's just whatever
Okay.
the spell is, yeah, so. You're like me, man. I just pumped up before I came downstairs. Because I can't breathe.
He's 20 damage halved to 10. So he'll take 10 psychic damage.
Okay.
From Ego Whip. And then I think I can reach everyone comfortably. I may take just a few steps forward to get behind them, but not too far.
So what does Ego Whip look like when you do this? Like, what is the effect?
So the effect that he saves. Let me pull it back up. He on a failed save, he's filled with self-doubt. So he thinks that there's no way he can win this fight. He shouldn't be the aggressor anymore. And then there's psychic damage attached to it. So psychic damage could be different to like any enemy, but it's almost like a bell. I imagine like a bell or like a screech in your mind that you can't turn down or turn off, right?
So, as KB kind of steps forward, you kind of take that. Are you also wearing a little bowler hat?
Yes.
You kind of tip the bowler hat down and smile as the boss like peers over his shoulder, watching you guys make this gentleman run past in the opposite direction. And as it happens, he looks back and looks right at KB, and you kind of tip your bowler, and almost like tinnitus, he gets like a slow ring, and he's like, "What the fuck?" Oh, and it like keeps going and getting higher and higher pitch, and finally he's like, and you watch like a little blood trickle out the side of his ears.
Yeah. There's no visible path that it would take, but there's clearly something happening to this guy who makes eye contact with me.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, Sophia.
I'm gonna like quickly ask patients, do we want to get involved in this? Seems like a lot. And I'm gonna like kind of excitedly almost like put my hand in front of patients, and like a few sparks kind of fly out of my hand. I'm going to ready an action, which if patience runs forward, I'm going to firebolt the boss. Otherwise, I'm just gonna stay back. And that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to this guy right here.
Only thing you see is patients cracking her knuckles.
He's going to turn around. Oh, that didn't feel so good. I don't like that very much. And he's gonna take a couple of steps forward, and he's gonna throw a dagger at Nova. That is a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You watch out of nowhere, he kind of like pulls this dagger, and just like wincing still, and just all like, kind of like nonchalantly, just like whips the dagger in your general direction. Kind of catches you off guard. That is. That is 10 points of damage. And 3 points. Actually, roll a Constitution saving throw. That is a save. So you take 1 point of poison damage.
Okay.
As the dagger kind of like strikes you like in the shoulder, like grazes and kind of goes off, it gets you like a deep groove, catches you off guard, and for a second you're like, oh, what the hell? And you kind of feel like a whoosh of pain, and you quickly like take your fingers and you wipe away this like thick, almost like black liquid that was like on the blade. And you just look back at him now. He's smiling. He's bleeding from the mouth and nose, and he's just like looking back at you like, "Ha! I fucking got you." The boss. Oh, what the fuck is this? And he gut punches that individual against the wall, and you watch the guy keel over and like lay down, and he turns around. All right. Looks like you all need to be taxed.
Oh no. Oh,
Hey,
no.
taxation is theft, asshole.
Oh, that was a nice drop.
And he's going to run directly at the large, imposing gnoll type individual.
Ginge, he rolls a 5 on the next attack.
Oh, I like this already. I know what you're doing. Shit. Okay, so the first he makes 2 melee attacks as he pulls out this like large like scimitar looking sword.
Let's go
And
so.
And it's got like a weird like curved jagation to it, and he's like, as he pulls it out, he tries to come low against you, Axel, and you just kind of like slap the blade down, or like with the shield arm, you kind of like hit the tip of the blade down into the dirt, and as he does, he comes back up with the blade and tries to drag it along the shield and up into your face. So for the second attack, that is... Ugh, I can't fucking see. 16 to hit.
No.
Okay. And actually, I should probably roll for the first one, even though... No, because he said I rolled 5 anyways. So never mind. So the second time he drags up with the shield and he tries to hook it on the top of the shield, and you kind of see it coming, and you tilt the shield forward, so it kind of like stops at the edge of the shield and catches the lip of it, and you just kind of smile back at him. That brings us to Axel.
Okay, I'm gonna immediately retaliate with Flail Strike. What kind of armor is this guy wearing?
Used to be kind of like patchwork leather.
Okay. No shield?
No.
Alright, so just do this regular. 21 for 9.
Yeah, it hits. So as he runs in and catches it, and you tilt the shield forward, and you kind of smile. He's not paying attention to your other hand, and as of that, you are already kind of like winding the flail up, and you come over the top and just like down onto the shoulder back area and connect with him, and you just kind of watch him like lurch forward as it hits him.
You know what? I'm gonna action surge and I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
And this time, yeah. I'm going to use fainting attack on that. So I'm going to use a bonus action to gain advantage. Sorry, wrong thing. That thing is what I meant. Okay, cool. Advantage. 19 for 7 plus another 7, so 14.
Yep, that hits. How do you want to do it on him?
Ooh, nice.
Yo,
Get
damn.
him.
So
as
as
you come down and you connect with the center of his back, and the flail is kind of like Chuckles is like laying on the center of his back, kind of almost, because if I remember the picture correctly, it has like spikes attached to it, kind of, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So like one of the spikes is like stuck into his back.
So as he comes in for the second strike, it looks like he's gonna go for a shield bash, but it all ends up being a feint. And he comes up with the flail right into his crotch.
Oh.
Yep.
Ain't that a kick in the dick?
We're fighting dirty here.
I mean, he's dead. He's
So-
not gonna need it anymore.
True.
As he comes down with the flail, you watch as he drags the spike that's in his back, like to pull it out. He doesn't just pull it out, like whip it out this way. He pulls up to like bring the flail back around, and as he does, you watch the large spike attached to one of the human skull drag along the back side and like rip the leather armor the whole way up. And you just look up, and you guys actually can't see him. Well, the rest of the
Nova can see
thugs.
it.
Nova can see it. He's just big, toothy, smiled grin, and just comes up, and as he pulls the flail, he arcs his back like, oh, and swings, and as he shoves him with he shoves off with the shield, and then comes straight up and connects into him, and you watch as the eyes almost pop out of the skull, and he just face forward onto the pavement.
A work of art. Brilliant.
Let's raise some hell, Chuckles! As he immediately goes to pursue the other fellow. That'll be the end of the turn.
So you watch as this long-legged creature just like takes off in 2 giant strides and is already standing in front of him. The rest of the thugs at this point are kind of like, oh, fuck, looking around. So, is that your turn?
Yep.
Alright. This individual right here is going to turn wide-eyed, and he... Fuck this one. I had it open. Sorry. He is going to... He is going to cast magic missiles. He's going to cast that at first level. He's going to cast it at the scary fucking knoll that is just blatantly disregarded any and all against his boss man. So he is going to... Whoops, wrong one. So that is 8 points of damage. As he watches, he sticks his hand out, like, just blatantly scared shitless. And just, and he watches, like, a bunch of just, like, pins just dart out of his hand and immediately strike kind of in the side of you, Axel.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to basically just stay in that corner and try and stay as far away from you as possible. Patience.
Let's see. Yeah, I want to get up in it.
This guy is gone.
So I'm gonna use a key point to bonus action Step of the Wind, and I'm gonna dash up here and kind of hop up onto this platform right next to this guy.
As Patience rushes forward, Sophia would be like, kind of almost excited to like try this stuff out, but also a little bit of a roll of her eyes as
And as
she sees Patience run forward. And I'm gonna blast a firebolt at the same person Patience runs at.
As I run forward, I'm gonna go, let's give him hell.
And with kind of an uncertain look, I'll kind of like, if no one's looking at me, but I would definitely give off the look that I have no idea what I'm doing. And I will try and fire away.
That is miss. Just barely.
Excitedly, I just see it, and it goes wide.
It kind of shoots and hits the tiles above the individual. It kind of like ducks out of the way. As Patience basically like jumps this little platform and lands right in front of this individual.
Can I mid jump, like, just like airborne roundhouse kick him in the side?
Good.
All right.
Roll to hit.
Fucking hell.
It misses as well. He ducks at the same time the firebolt hit, and like unbeknownst, like unknowingly, he dodges you as well, as the kick kind of like just sweeps right over the top of the head. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I mean, I burned my bonus action dashing, so.
Okay, that brings us
Oh my
to
God, I need to
Nova.
So there is what 1, 2, 3, 4 people left, and then the fifth guy is like the one in the middle is the one that was being harassed, correct?
Yes.
Oh, I need to put my music on. 1 second. Oh, thank you.
I mean, you can add whatever you want after this. I've just been trying to keep it from going quiet.
I love this fucking song.
Okay, so I'm going to target the guy that is in front of Axel. Let's do
From The Witcher.
Huh?
Yep, I immediately recognize this as Witcher music.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like, I played that game way too many times.
Well,
I played through each time and played with a different set of armor, just to get a different play style.
Nice. That's how you do it.
Magic missile. Is there a roll to attack on that? Why is it
Nope.
not letting me?
Just hits.
Oh,
Just
that's
auto hit.
why.
It's
Yeah,
an auto
auto
hit.
hits. Unless
You
they
roll
use shield.
damage. Correct.
Yeah, it's the guy in front of Axel.
Okay.
Oh, my 2 force damage.
15. Okay. Yeah, you immediately kind of like lash out and you like whip in a central direction. You guys watch as the the arm like almost bioluminescent like lights up, and then 2 like darts come out
Bro!
and like swing around.
I completely forgot that I have Warcaster, and at the very beginning, I could have also taken a reaction on the dude that ran away. Okay. You know, it's okay. It's first night fighting.
We're getting used to new
Dude,
characters,
okay.
new character, new campaign. Go ahead and roll that damage for that reaction. Go ahead.
No, because he's already dead anyway.
Nope. That was the boss that ran away, or didn't run away. The guy that's in front of the knoll, in front of Axel. That's the guy that ran.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mhm.
sick. Okay, so what is it? You can use your reaction and make an opportunity attack, cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action. I don't know what I would have used, so
You can use another magic missile if you want.
I guess so. So that'd be another 3 damage.
It'd be 8 and 9 because the first one is 2 times 4 missiles, and the next one is 3
Oh,
times
is
3
that
missiles.
what it is?
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say.
roll once for the damage, and then you multiply by the number of missiles you cast.
This says you create 3 glowing darts of magic force.
Yeah. So, how would you like to do it?
Oh, sick. Okay,
You
so
did not have much.
she's gonna be amped up after Axel just completely destroyed the first guy, and is gonna be just like just barraging him with these glowing orbs. And one of them is going to be aimed perfectly for his left eye, and you're just going to see it go like straight through.
Dang.
So as you step in front of this individual, like flail up, Axel, and you go to come down, he watches all of a sudden like through the head, and he just like falls backwards.
That one was mine. And I'll end my turn there.
Sounds good. So that brings us to these two. This guy is going to turn towards Patience, and he is going to take 2 attacks. One.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah, hold on. So 17, 18, 19, so like 20. So 23 for the first one and 6, 8, 9, 10 for the second.
Second one doesn't hit.
Okay. And then I don't know why it added them together, but sounds good. Seven points of bludgeoning damage.
You know, weapon, huh? That's fucking cute.
So as he takes this like dagger and like short sword and like sweeps the first one, you kind of parry it, like slap the blade away, and you don't notice as he kind of like rotates the blade and like comes back up and sweeps it along your like inner thigh and just scrapes you just barely.
And that's bludgeoning damage?
Well, yeah, it's not bludgeoning.
Okay.
It's piercing damage. I don't know why the
Gotcha.
fuck I said bludgeoning. New campaign, who dis?
Been a second.
And then this guy is going to he's gonna shoot at KB.
That dude's a bitch.
Ten to hit.
No. Who was it? The one up on the ledge or the one in the corner? Up on
This
the
guy
ledge.
right here. Yeah, and he kind of like aims his heavy crossbow and just like fires off and just barely misses you, and you're kind of like, whoa, like dodge your head to the side. He is gonna move back a little bit more. Kind of runs and jumps off the ledge. All right, that brings us to the top. KB.
Okay. Did that guy come down so he's now on ground level?
Yes.
Okay.
He like jumped
wait,
off this little platform.
I'm sorry, did Sophia have a turn? I know she used the reaction, but did she have a turn?
Yeah, she held her action.
Okay.
Yeah, she's top of the round, and she held that action to attack when Patient attacked.
Okay.
I am Okay. I'm going to cast Psionic Blast on the guy that just tried to shoot me. And that is my version of Magic Missile. So he's just going to get hit for 20 psychic damage.
Damn.
On which one?
The guy that shot at me
That's an auto
Jesus
hit and it's
Christ.
D8s?
is fuck him. Well, it's not at the base level, but I'm upcasting it.
Oh, so that it increases the size of the damage die then?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So like Magic Missile, you can shoot them at different
Yeah.
targets. This is just one target, but an upcast. Instead of an additional shot, it just increases the damage die.
Okay. So Axel, as you kind of like watch the guy in front of you get
Shit.
obliterated, you kind of like just like lean over your shoulder to give Nova like a grin, and all of a sudden you feel like this gust of giant wind and this like almost like psionic looking like see-through arrow just flies in between you and Patience and smokes this individual, and he just like gets pinned to the wall for a second, and you watch as he doesn't breathe in and then all of a sudden breathes out heavily and just and like spits a bunch of blood onto the ground. Is
And
that
I
your
think
turn, KB?
I'll stay put. Actually, I will do. Do I want to do this? Who needs to move? I will use a bonus action to use coordinated movement.
Okay.
So as a bonus action, choose up to 5 allies you can see within 60 feet of you. Each of those allies can choose to use their reaction to move up to half their speed. So Sophia, if you would like to move half closer, you can. If not, no big deal. Axel, you can move half your speed towards one of these targets wherever you're gonna go next.
Yeah, I'll take my reaction to do that. Actually, I'll fucking close in on Magic McGee here.
Get his ass.
And then that'll be the end of my turn.
All right. Sophia.
I'm gonna look at Steve here. What condition is Steve in?
Steve Miller. He's standing up. He looks dazed and he's like watching all of this happen, like just kind of like dumbfounded. Like he's just looking around. He looks okay. Like he got the wind knocked out of him, just kind of knocked out. He's
Was
just
he
like standing up,
and
looking
stuff?
around. Yeah, he's kind of like standing up and like looking around, really confused.
Shoot. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna like focus in this time. I want to help out. I'm going to shoot another firebolt at the person next to Patience.
Okay.
15.
That hits.
Okay. So 4 fire damage. And then I'm going to telekinetically try and push him back a square. So he has to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
You can do that with Firebolt?
You can't pull him, can you?
I could pull him.
Pull him off
15?
the ledge. Make him take
Yeah,
the
yeah,
drop
that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll pull him off. Pull him off.
It's only
What?
it's only like a foot or two drop.
Yes, but there's a pool of water that I'll be pulling him into. I'm gonna pull him into this
Okay.
pool of water.
So
We're gonna
he
fucking drown him.
rolls a 15.
Yeah, that's my DC, so he makes it.
So he kind of feels like a tug, and you like looks towards the edge and kind of looks around like what just happened after he gets smoked in the side of the head with the little firebolt.
Sophia would be visibly frustrated, but no one's looking at her.
You and me both.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Axel.
All right, I'm gonna attack Magic McGee over here, and I'm gonna fainting attack again.
He's visibly scared.
You know, 24, and then we add fainting attack onto that. Where are you? There you are. For 7 bludgeoning.
7. Good.
And that'll be all.
He is going to get the fuck out. He is going to Misty Step. Shh.
Pussy.
Need to see how far. And yes, he is a pussy.
Misty Step Pussy.
And then that'll be his move. And then that'll bring us to Patience.
All right. I'm gonna go for a punch, like a haymaker, and then whirl around and do like a heel kick, trying to go for his head. So action, kick, bonus action. Punch 21,
Hit.
and that's 5 bludgeoning damage. And then on the kick, another 21,
Hits.
9 bludgeoning damage.
Jeez.
So I kind of like boom, and then with that momentum, whirl around and bring my left foot like up as my upper body goes towards the ground, and my heel connects with the side of his head.
Watch as he takes the takes the 2 strike and kind of hits the building behind him, and just looks like visibly stunned. Spits out a little blood, kind of like grins at you, and like holds the sword a little more in front
I'm a
of him.
lethal
trying to,
weapon, bitch.
Is that your turn?
Yep, that's it.
Nova.
Question.
Yes.
So, minor illusion. Can I duplicate the illusion of pretty much anything as long as it's no larger than 5 cubic feet? Or is it like... Is it contained to like doing just like a basic object? So like I'm saying if I wanted to copy, for example, what KB looks like and project that, can I do that? As long as it's small enough? How does that work?
Yeah, it doesn't move, but it can look like however you want it to.
Okay. So the only constraint is that it just needs to be within 5 cubic feet.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Sounds so itty bitty.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, so Mr. Misty Step is over here to my left, right?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to do minor illusion. I don't think it has, there's no saves or anything on this, it looks like. Wait, if creature uses an action to examine their sound, blah, blah, blah. No, it looks like I just can project the image. So he's trying to flee, right? We get the sense that he's trying to leave.
Possibly.
I am going to, directly in his path of movement, where he's heading off to, I'm going to copy what Axel looks like, because he's apparently very afraid of Axel, and project that right in front of him. Give him a little bit of space. I'm going to put it like maybe 10 feet in the direction that he's running. Axel, but miniaturized, because obviously it has to be within 5 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to have hands on his sides, like, or hands on his hips kind of thing. Big grin on his face. Looking straight at him.
think it would be like an intelligence check to see if he can see through it.
It says if
Yep.
the creature uses its action to examine,
Or yeah,
or it would be my spell save DC. So that's
Yep.
if he wanted to investigate it.
right.
So he would have to. It's a wisdom, I believe. 14.
It's intelligence.
Is it?
For me, it is, but it's just whatever your spell DC is.
Save DC is 14.
Sounds good. Is that your turn?
It's actually a great move because he either buys it and doesn't run away that way, or wastes his action investigating it.
And then
I like that.
aren't sorcery points kind of like? No, you can. Okay, correct. Sorcery points are used to like get additional spell slots and stuff. I was looking because
Well, yeah, or you can use meta magic with them.
Speed your spells up and whatnot.
Yeah, but
Do a little
Do you
weird
have
thing.
do you have meta magic at this level?
Not.
I think second.
Yeah,
Sorcerer.
yeah, I do. But I was more looking because I know I had something that I had bonus action stuff. Because I used an action. That's what. Okay, convert sorcery points. No. No. Alright, I'm gonna have to just. I'm gonna leave it like right at that. Gonna end my turn there.
That brings us to these guys. So he is going to attack you 2 times.
You? Who's you?
14 patience.
Nope. My AC is
Second
16.
roll. The second roll is a 7.
Hey.
So both misses as he swings, and with the second one, he looks like he's going to connect, and at the last moment, the hand almost kind of like juts away, and he's kind of like confused as he swipes out towards you. Well, that fucking sucks.
I shoot a knowing glance to Sophia.
This guy is going to shoot at KB because you hit him real gnarly. That is a 16? No, sorry, 15. KB.
Fuck, what is my AC? Yeah, 15 hits.
I got one even better. Who is my AC?
Yeah.
Why is my AC?
So that is 8 points of piercing damage as a heavy crossbow bolt flies across and strikes you in your thigh.
Oh, dick.
Motherfuckers always asking what's your AC, but never how's your AC.
KB, you're not wrong.
Am I next?
You're up.
Oh man, that went by fast. Okay, I'm gonna hit this guy again. He took a bunch of damage, so I'm going to.
Maybe.
Well, I don't know how much he has, but I know he took a lot from me. Shit, I'm sorry. I didn't know we were this close to my turn. Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. I will have him do a strength saving throw.
20.
Super passes. All right. He is not gonna take damage, and I can't move him, so he gets nothing.
No.
I'm just gonna do that. I will do a. Oh fuck! I can't do that either. I don't have anything else. I don't want to move. He's got a heavy crossbow, right? I
Yes.
saw him. Won't hit me anywhere. I don't want to move. That'll be my turn. I'll stay here.
Okay. Sophia.
Trying to impress Nova, I'm gonna attack the target that she's looking at. I'm gonna send it toward this person getting away.
My apprentice.
That's what I should have done.
Unlimited power.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
7 fire damage.
Fucking nice.
You watch as it strikes him like mid chest and kind of like wheezes for a second and looks up at you and just like looks at Nova and then looks at the illusion Axel and then looks at the real Axel and kind of like back and forth all over the place.
And then I'll use my bonus action and again try and pull this guy into the water.
Okay. What is that? Strength?
Strength, yep.
That is
Makes it
a 16.
He makes it.
Okay, another little tug. He kind of catches himself at the edge of this little drop off and kind of like stares at all of you guys. Not looking too hot.
I'm not remembering. I wanted to pull the little weak guy towards Axel. I had a thing I wanted to do. The guy fucking shot me, and then I was distracted by getting shot.
You got
I
all
forgot what I was doing.
bamboozled.
Yeah.
Got bamboozled.
That your turn?
Oh yeah, it's my turn.
That brings us to Axel.
All right, I'll close in on Mr. Magic again and give him another one. You'll keel over eventually, old man. No, you won't, because I rolled a 9.
Oh,
You kind of you're a little too excited and you come in heavy swing and just rake across the top and you end up hitting the tiling in the building above his head instead. And he kind of like panics, freaks out, and like ducks a little bit, just barely missing.
I'll get you next time. That'll be all.
You got it.
All right, that'll bring us to him. He is noticing. Oh man. Yeah, he's gonna try and figure out if that's real, like if there's two Axels.
He fails.
I haven't added
It
his
looks
shit
real.
yet.
It looks
That
fucking real.
is
No
13.
way he's got a 5.
Nope. He fails.
I don't fucking know. Okay. Well, he's not really sure.
No, he is
And
sure.
he's-
He's sure. He's like, shit, there is a duplicate.
Well, yes.
It's gonna
Calm
kill
your
me.
fucking ass.
It's
So where
gonna
do you
kill
put it?
me.
Die.
Where'd you put it? Like you put it like right here?
Yeah,
where,
yeah.
Like right in front of him?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna run.
Run to me.
He's gonna fucking risk it. He's gonna run diagonal. So Axel,
Oh, I'm gonna
Nova,
get. Yes. Come to me.
and he's gonna run. Yeah, he's gonna try and run.
Opportunity attack.
10.
Oh,
He
let's
dodges the
spell.
first one just barely. Like he like hits the ropes as he's running around.
Cast a spell that has a casting time of 1 action. So any spell I want. I'm gonna do. What is he? How does he look? Does he look hurt? He look okay?
Looks a little hurt.
All right, I'm gonna upcast this a little bit. Does that matter? It does. I am going to use Dissonant Whispers on this one. I don't know why this is first level. I'm upcasting it.
You can just add a damage die.
Oh, I rolled it in beyond. Can you guys see it? 14.
He's 17 wisdom saving throw.
Shit. So he takes half damage then?
What is the
Yeah.
move?
I believe it is. On a failed save, it takes. This says 3d6. Wait, I'm confused.
That's 4d6 if you upcast it, right?
Higher upcasting.
Or wait.
It says 4d6, but it doesn't say that anywhere in the actual. Here, let me. It's the same at a higher level. Using spell slot. Second, the damage increases by 1d6, so it'd be 4. So yeah, on a failed one, he would take 3d6. Am I reading that right?
I don't know.
No, he
You roll a 46 and then you just have it because he failed. Because he made the
Yeah.
save.
Yeah, that's why I'm confused because it says on a failed save, it takes 3d6.
Yes, but he made the save. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and
Oh.
doesn't have to move away.
Okay, I literally couldn't see where it says successful anywhere when I'm reading it. Failed, it just doesn't move. Okay, so he doesn't have to run away then. Takes half. Oh,
He's
okay, there it
already
is.
doing it.
Got it. Okay,
He's already running away.
so he takes 7 damage and doesn't flee.
Any further than he already is.
which is great, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we don't technically want him to flee.
So, is that your turn?
I'm gonna move closer to him a little bit.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Well, wasn't that on his turn?
Oh yeah, no, sorry, that's
Oh,
opportunity.
sorry. Yep, nope, that was an opportunity. Yes, so that would bring us to patience. My bad.
Okay. I'm gonna start off with a fucking gut
A
punch.
miss.
Fuck you. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
He wasn't wrong.
We saw the future on that one.
Okay, well, I'm gonna burn another key point and do flurry of blows, and I'll try to hit him with a knee, and then kick. So like bring the knee up and then twist into a side kick.
Okay. So the first punch, he deflects with his blade, and then
Fucking Christ!
you go to kick, and he kind of like kicks back against the wall, puts his back against the wall, and he's just like watching you now.
All right, now for the twist. There we go.
So as
Side
you-
kick to the fucking jaw, baby.
You miss with the kick and kind of come back around and do like a spinning roundhouse and connect and just dig that heel in.
It's more like I punched, failed, and then I try to knee him, fail, and as he backs up, I twist my body into a side kick.
He
But
just
yeah,
bounces off the side of the building and kind of stands there a little dazed, not looking too hot. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, that brings us to Nova. Everybody's looking a little worse for wear. He's gonna kind of move into the corner, trying to get away, just looking around.
Hmm. Damn.
What are you doing?
I'm looking. Trying to make a decision. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was that close to my turn already. Da 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 da. Why is... Okay, this is a complicated spell. I'm not even going to bother with that right now because I don't know what the hell it does. So... we are going to cast Magic Missile.
Yes. At
What?
who?
What who? At the dude running away.
Hit him.
So it'd be 9 damage?
Yes. He's running away, back turned. 3 missiles hit him. Pop, pop, pop. Not looking so hot. He kind of coughs out blood. He stumbles to a knee, stands back up, and he kind of looks over his shoulder. And he's not looking good at all.
Shoot her!
Dude.
And...
My shooter's in the lobby.
I'm gonna move up just a little bit.
Okay.
And call it good.
I'll bring us to this guy. Realizing he is getting fucked up, he is going to jump down and run. Patience. Attack of opportunity.
All right. 25, baby. Is that a
Ooh,
crit?
Nat 20.
Let's go.
That hits. Yeah. How you want to do it?
So I want to knock him out. I don't want to kill him. So I'm just gonna, like, as he moves to go away, just bring my fist and just uppercut him.
Into the water! Into the water!
Yeah, into the water.
So as he jumps the ledge, and you kind of like lean in as he jumps to like jump down this like foot or two. You catch him as he's jumping down as you're coming up with your fist. And so he like jumps into your fist and you just catch him just right and just whack. And you watch as the head and the eyes, like the head does like a weird like flat back and his eyes roll back. He hits the tub and like half in, half out of the tub.
His head in the tub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he's
I'll
unconscious.
go over and pull him out.
It's not your turn yet. That was a reaction.
What? Okay. Why? Jeez, he can drown for 6 seconds, I guess.
Alright, that brings us to this guy. He is also going to panic. Looking around, he's going to take another shot at KB. $13.
No.
He is going to start
Don't you
running.
do it, my guy.
And that is his turn. KB.
I'm gonna need a intelligence save from him, if you don't mind.
Natural 20.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Why are all of my rolls, my good ones, are against
Okay.
KB?
He's going to still take half. So 9 damage.
Oof.
But he is able to move.
He's looking pretty gnarly as he all of a sudden like shifts forward and you watch his like the eye, he opens back up and like the corners of the eyes and the ears just like blood drips out and he kind of like stares all around and like is panicking.
And I'm going to use a bonus action to get some hit points back, like a second wind. And then that'll be my turn.
Sounds good. Sophia.
I'm gonna have a little smirk on my face, look over at the person that's trying to flee, and I will have that person make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
I am
8.
going to teleport to them back to here. I'm going to cast Vortex Warp. Sounds that.
What the hell?
Ooh, lots of
You can move him that
trickery.
far?
Uh-huh. And you
God
were
damn.
within 90
That-
feet. And just
Is that
drop
where
him
you
back
wanted
down.
him?
Yeah, let's put him like. Yeah, that's good. Right up against the
Okay.
wall. Let's kind of shove him against the wall.
Okay. You watch as his eyes panic and he is looking bad. And he just is like, Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Axel.
You can't keep getting away with this. Die already. Please. 11. It's going up by 1 every time. I'll eventually get him.
That's it.
Yes! From now on.
So you watch as, and how you want to do it?
I'll
Yes.
just shield charge him right against the wall.
God damn. So you watch as like he gets vortexed back. He's sitting there and he's like, oh what? And just like, whack! Just crushes him. You just hear like this bone shattering crunch, and just Axel takes a step back and he is just crumpled on the ground.
Okay. With that, I'm gonna use a bonus action. Where are you? To activate Rampage. When I reduce a creature to 0 hit points, I can move up to half my speed as a bonus action to make a bite attack against another creature within range.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do that.
I mean, grr.
17.
Oh. 17 hits.
And I'll use my last superiority dice to add menacing attack onto that.
How you want to do it?
Nice.
Doesn't matter what you roll. You had 2 hit points.
Fuck yeah.
You had nothing.
As I turn around and start coming towards this guy, I'm gonna bite him like right on the shoulder and sort of like throw him with the sheer jaw strength off to the side.
So
Like I said, all bark, no bite.
you watch as Axel crushes one individual against the wall, and then turns around and with this like just sinister, almost weird smile, immediately gallops and just like drops kind of his flail to his side, grabs both sides of the shoulder, and the guy, surprised from behind, turns around just in time to see a giant mouth come down and just crunch, and then flings him and chucks.
Epic.
Battle's over.
Alright, I'm gonna hop down and pick the guy that I KO'd up out of the basin.
I'm gonna mind link with Axel and say, oh shit, wait, where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Mind link, yes, it was mind link. I'm like, wait, did I say the wrong spell? Mind link with Axel and say, you are aware that you completely dominated that fight, right?
Their boss wasn't too tough after all. As he starts walking over to rejoin you, sort of takes on a gentler tone. That dagger didn't hurt too much, packmate. You okay?
No, I'm good. It was nothing. It was like a mosquito bite.
Good.
Well done.
You too.
Now let's see what we can scrounge off of these bodies. Of course, very discreetly. We don't want our friends to get the wrong impression.
I mean, if you look over, you're seeing patients already going through this guy's pockets.
Yeah,
He's
I
like
went over there.
not
'cause
breathing, like gurgling water, and it's just like
I
He's
wasn't.
not breathing?
you knocked him unconscious into water.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Sophia is standing pretty still, kind of eyeing up the situation.
At Nova's suggestion, I'm definitely gonna check out Boss Man.
You find like a total between all the bodies, like the equivalent of like a gold. Each has like a couple silver. You find 2 short swords, a heavy crossbow, and like a scimitar. Just a basic scimitar. And then like one, the boss is wearing like leather armor. It's like basic leather armor.
Where's our buddy? Is it Steve? Steve's his name? Yeah.
Miller.
Why do I keep wanting to call him Steve?
That's why I was
The
like,
guy passed out at the tavern.
Oh God!
Steve-
Oh, that's Steve. I thought this
Yeah.
whole time our buddy Steve was the
It's
one that
his
was in
name's Steve.
trouble.
oh no, you look down the
Poor guy.
way. Steve is standing up. He's like, amazing, amazing. Ugh. Ugh. But Miller, at the end, that was amazing. That was amazing. Are you guys a group? I can't believe it. I thank you very much for your help.
I don't think you're gonna appreciate us for much longer. I'm gonna cast
Why?
that. Well, what's he got?
You cast what? Did you cast something or no? Because he was in the middle of a sentence.
You rescued you.
Oh yes, I appreciate that. What?
Now pay
are
up.
You, are you looking for a job? Pay up. This is not mine to give. I mean, I can, if you're looking for a job and steady coin and lots of it, I do know somebody that is looking for exactly what you're offering. A
I'm gonna,
hefty group of.
I'm gonna take one step back and kind of look at the party. I'll look at Axel and just kind of nod.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't. Did I make a wrong assumption? I assumed you were a band of mercenaries working together. I mean, I have my mistress is looking for exactly what you're offering, various tasks, and we could get you the appropriate funds that you need, and even a letter of recommendation for the guild, for the Adventurers Guild. Get you a license and set you in the right way. Obviously, you look like you're a little hard up for money, but obviously that's something that myself I could help you get if that's what you're needing.
Nova's gonna pop her collar just a little bit, like the ruffled fur collar on her cloak, and kind of like look back at Sophia with a little bit of like raised eyebrows, and then I'm gonna mind link with her and say, I believe I misjudged you. Are you also looking to collect money from unfavorables?
Can I respond back?
Yes, you can. And you can tell that you can.
Hell yeah.
You're just gonna see her smirk at you, and then drop mind link. Well, I mean, seeing as how you were good as dead without us showing up, I do believe that we're owed something. But we may be interested in this job that your mistress has.
Well, I mean, I can't give you what's inside of this box, but I can get you paid for aiding in the return of this box. Say a finder's fee, if you would be so kind.
What's inside of the box?
I don't know. My mistress had asked me to retrieve this and return home.
What
Retrieve.
job's your mistress asking for? They dangerous?
Possibly, could be.
Good. I'm in.
Well,
Always down to
Eh.
crack a few skulls.
You believe her
just
mistress
Don't
wants
worry,
something.
Chuckles. She'll never crack you. I won't let her.
This guy
What?
doesn't have
You were,
any.
wait. What did you say? You broke up for me.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
When Patience said, fucking, she's looking to crack a few skulls, I was just whispering, like, don't worry, Chuckles. I'll never let her crack you.
Yes.
I won't let her.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that makes one of you. The rest of you, it's... Would you prefer to stay here? I mean, I would prefer if I could get all of you, as you look like a very capable bunch. Obviously.
I'm gonna roll insight on whether or not I think the mistress has a task for me. I rolled a crit one.
Has a
Oof.
has a what?
If the mistress actually has a task, or if he's just bluffing in order to get us to not take his gold.
Oh no, he's being like 100% true. Yeah. Like he's actually like kind of relieved that he found people of caliber. And then on top of that, he's actually very relieved that, he didn't lose his box. He doesn't he doesn't seem like he knows what's in it, but he's just relieved he didn't lose it.
You've said your mistress. Who is your mistress?
Sorry, I pulled up the wrong sheet here. Omerya Demor. She is one of the lesser nobilities here in town, but she holds sway with many people. The top ex-adventurer.
I'm sure she sways. Okay.
Nobility, you say? But she's a lesser nobility?
It depends on how you look at it. Some see her as lesser nobility, some see her as greater nobility. It depends on what circles you talk in.
Does she mingle with other nobilities from other regions?
I believe she does. She prefers not to, but she does.
Perhaps I will let my potential companions here escort you. I may stay behind. However, I am definitely interested, so count me in.
Well,
Before we go, I want to ask this bastard a few questions.
okay. Are you trying to the guy that you're holding? That's now dead.
I knocked him out.
And he
water.
laid in water, and
For
you
6
performed
seconds?
no CPR. You
What?
knocked him out. What do you think he's gonna? He's gonna take a giant breath of water. I've literally been rolling the entire time.
Oh
I'll
shit!
walk up.
I was doing some dual damage. He's dead? Fuck.
He drowned.
God damn it.
You said you knocked him unconscious. I was like, okay, cool. And then you were like, and then I knocked him into the tub of water. And I'm like, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
no,
mind.
I
I'll
did
walk-
not
I don't
believe
say
you,
that.
and I just Googled how long does it take to drown, and apparently there have been reports of people drowning in like 20 seconds.
Okay, yeah, he's probably dead.
Yeah,
I was
it's like 40 seconds if you're an adult, and if you're lucky.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
I've
gonna walk up-
legitimately been rolling the entire time.
I didn't think I had to resuscitate him.
I told you this campaign's different.
Okay, well, never mind. He's dead.
So as you go to question him and you're like, speak, he just like
I like backhand him. I'm like, wake the fuck up, dick nose.
This is like the
Nothing
college
happens.
humor Batman bit where
Yeah.
he throws the bat stars like into people's necks, and he's like, "Where's the bomb?" And they're just dead.
yeah, exactly. Patience is like trying to interrogate this individual, and he's like just water's just like slowly running out, and he's just like blue, completely blue.
I
Blue-
think
blue
he's dead there,
patience.
Blueberry.
Where's the Joker?
Fuck you call me?
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's pretty good.
Say that again, dog man.
Blueberry.
Okay.
You want
Anyways,
to go right now?
so
Now.
you look very invested. If you could all just follow me, I can very gratefully get you paid. She will more than likely have all payments on her that we can give to you, respectively. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you. Yes, I
Fine.
believe she would definitely have the funds. If you could just follow me down this. We're very close, actually.
I'm gonna very obviously step between Patience and Axel and kind of put a gentle hand on Patience's shoulder. Or Hellcat's shoulder, as I would know her. But, now, we have many battles to fight, it would seem. There's no reason to create turmoil in the ranks.
That's right, and I don't pluck second strings. Looking over towards Sophia, as if he thinks Sophia is more capable than you.
Kind
Oh,
I'm gonna push past Nova. Just be like, fine. Poke Axel in the chest. Keep my finger there. You and I are settling this later.
Miller's already like 10 steps away from you guys, like kind of like heading down, like looking back, like, are we going?
Should we get rid of the bodies?
no
I-
need. No one will
Okay.
come looking back here for bodies.
If we could please leave.
Yeah, well,
The guards might make their way this way, and we did make a lot of ruckus. I
They
would
won't.
appreciate that.
I don't ever see guards come back here. They'd like you to think that they patrol, but they don't.
well, either way,
I prefer people like
I'd like to avoid
KB
getting
go
noticed.
after.
I'm gonna push into walk through Hellcat's arm, like because I'm walking, but I'm gonna walk
Mhm.
through her arm to kind of detach it from Axel, hook Axel's arm, and start walking, and then I'm gonna mind link with him. This one's awfully feisty. You and I both know that you could take her in a heartbeat, but let's try not to ruffle her feathers too much because she clearly can't handle her temper.
Sure thing. My bad.
By the way, I saw you brush up against her earlier. Did you get anything?
My tail's not exactly prehensile, so no.
We need to work on that. And alright, I'll just start walking away or down out of this alleyway.
I'll follow her.
The rest of you guys following?
Yeah, I'll follow behind.
You
Good
walk
luck to me.
for.
I'm staring daggers at fucking Axel.
I'm gonna kind
whole
of try
way.
and improve Patience' mood. Well fought. That was kind of fun. Our first fight. Well, my first fight.
Yeah, you're pretty good. Thanks for the cover.
I hit one.
Yeah, you're getting better at that stuff every day. Did some shit back there I never seen you do.
It's different hitting real people.
Nothing like hitting him with one of these. Kind of ball of fist. But you did good. Thanks.
And I'll give you a quick pat in the back before I walk ahead.
So, after about a 15, 20-minute walk, you make your way into the
Wait, change the music.
Oh yeah.
It's an epic walk.
Yeah, walking like badasses.
you make your way into the Amber Spire, which is the lower of all these spires. It's not like the slums, but it's kind of like 2 steps up from the slums. It's gated off. You do have to, or not gated off. You have to walk through certain area, and it changes dramatically from kind of the lower areas of the crystal area. I can't think how. It changes dramatically from the way the houses and the shops kind of are to a better upkept street. Like you go from like dirt streets to like cobblestone, and it gets a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. There's significantly more patrols of guards. It's late dusk at this point, almost nighttime, and you walk your way up to a three-story mansion, gated all around. Uh, he walks up and you watch as he does kind of a sequence of symbols on the front gate, and the gate swings open. And as he does, he goes, "You are all welcomed. If I could please have your names."
I wasn't. Here's the issue. I wasn't going to go to the little shindig. That's why she said I'm in, but I might let my companions go and take care of the business. After he said that the mistress mingles with other nobility, she kind of was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna go."
Okay. So
You peel away.
Yeah, so we're gonna still be nearby, but actually, I might ask Axel if. So let's say we like get nearby. I'm gonna say, Axel, do you want to be our pack's internal recon and go ahead, and I'll wait out here, or do you want to stay back?
I'm not really that good at talking, so I'd rather just hang back, to be honest. But I can if you want to.
No, I think that we're perfectly fine staying out here, and if any of them give off a weird signal when they come out, I'd find out anyway. So, very well. I would then tell them that we're gonna hang out here while they go take care of business.
So what? Were you errand runners now?
I
I'll catch
mean,
up.
if you want to call it errands, aren't you in it for business too? I just prefer not to mingle with the quote-unquote nobility around here.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Patience. I'll catch up.
Yeah, perhaps we'll go look at the shops nearby. We'll only be a few steps away.
I'll kind of pull Sophia aside. You sure you want to wait with these assholes? Where'd they take you off
No,
somewhere?
I'm coming in. I want to talk to her about something. Don't worry about me. I can handle myself. No, it'll just be a
Yeah,
minute.
I know.
Trust me, I want to talk to them. I like talking with the rich people. I got an interesting perspective.
All right. I mean, I trust you. I just don't trust these guys.
I don't trust Nova one bit.
Good. I'll go on ahead.
Makings of a good party. No trust.
I'm gonna walk toward Nova at that point.
Decided to
don't-
stay out here?
No, I'm curious about your decision. You don't trust the nobility.
No, I don't. It's all
don't.
politics and lies.
Oh, it's all lies, of course. But they're harmless.
They're not harmless. They pull all the strings and turn all the heads of the uppers, and I would rather
we do
not
that.
commingle with them.
But there's so much to learn from them.
I feel like they're individuals that were fed silver spoons their whole lives and put in a position
Indeed.
where they don't know how to handle anything but think that they do.
Exactly. They don't know how to handle anything, which is why you have nothing to fear from them. But there's still something to learn. You have to play their game if you want to achieve something.
see the other issue with nobility is because they have money to do anything they want and they abuse it, and I haven't had
But you
good
would
experiences.
you would like KP then. He seems to have your same mindset.
Oh, excellent. Then I'm glad that we're going to be companions. Maybe I'll get to know all of you a little better. In the
It
meantime,
seems that way.
I would rather not speak with this noble individual that we don't know anything about.
And how do I know you won't run off when we go up?
Well, what do you have to lose? I don't have anything of yours.
Can I show you something?
Sure.
I'm gonna reach into my backpack, and I'm gonna, well, not my backpack. I'm gonna open up the parchments that were kind of folded by my side, and I'll sift through them for a little bit, and I'm gonna unveil one of them. It's gonna be a tapestry about 3 feet long, and I'm gonna show it to Nova, and it's a depiction of the goblin, not the goblin, the boss that we had just fought, running at Axel, and it's that moment where he kind of slipped in his first attack against Axel, and you'll see a perfect depiction of both of them. And I'll just look at you, and I'll show it to you.
Oh, what is this?
What do you think?
Did
I
you...
think we each have something to learn from one another.
So, looking at this tapestry, does it look like, is this something that Sophia, like, drew or painted?
You're not
or...
sure. You're not sure. I'm just pulling it out.
So-
It's clearly a woven tapestry.
But it looks like it's just like a moment during the fight, basically.
Yep.
Huh. What an interesting skill you have. How long have you been able to do something like this?
A while. I'm learning how to perfect it. I'm not as skilled with it as you are, but I believe it'll have its uses.
I've never seen a skill like this before. You should be very proud of yourself.
I try. And so far, I haven't gotten much out of it. Everything I've done with it in the past has kind of fallen apart. But we'll see going forward.
Well, perhaps we can help each other then.
I hope so.
You clearly have a skill I've never seen before. Maybe I can learn something from you, and with my skills, maybe I can help you strengthen or hone yours.
It's what I hope. I must catch up. I told Patience it'd be just a minute. But
I'm gonna extend my hand to shake.
Did you
Here.
say my actual name?
I did.
Shit.
Wait. So I'm gonna kind of like cock an eyebrow at her. But the funny thing is that because I got the already heard patient say, like, as one of her thoughts was that, do they know who I am? I already had the impression that they had given fake names. So I don't necessarily know that she's referring to Patience as being Hellcat, or if it's KB, or whatever. But she knows that it's probably one of the names, and she's not going to focus too much on it. So she might raise a little bit of an eyebrow, but she's going to extend her hand to shake. Here, well, I am just as invested to find out exactly what this mistress has in store for us. So I promise you that we won't take off, and we will be here when you're ready to come back out.
Yeah, I'll quickly shake your hand and then run off.
I'm gonna look back at Axel and smirk. Yep, gonna be eating right out of our hands.
Oh. You come up to the main gate. Miller's there, taps and does the the symbols. May I have each one of your names, please?
Hellcat.
Your actual name. Is that your actual name? The incantation will not let you through unless it's your actual names. So,
How do you know
Hellcat
that's
it
not
is.
my actual name?
That's, I'm just saying, Hellcat. And yours, little
Fine.
sir?
And I'll just whisper in his ear. Patience.
Thank you. He does. He almost looks like he like scratches something out and then like does it like another form of symbols along the doorway.
I will try to tell him my name, but struggle to make actual sound leave my body. And I'll just take out a pad and just write the letters K and B and show it to him.
Sounds good. And he makes like a drawing along this doorway as well. And you, Miss
Sophia.
Sophia. Thank you. You may enter. And then each one of you three walk in. He leads you up to the main door and taps 3 times. The door opens as you enter this large, almost entertainment hall. And you are immediately greeted by, "What? Who's there? Oh, Miller, is that you?" Yes, ma'am. I've brought the box. Ran into a little bit of an issue. Did you lose it? Always losing shit. Well, at least you brought it back. Please bring it in here. My lady, we have guests. What? Bring them in there. You like walk around a corner, and in a large open area, you see like a giant fireplace. And in the fireplace, there's a not like a recliner, but like those large like backed chairs, like in like Beauty and the Beast when he's sitting in those chairs in front of the fireplace.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
sitting in one of those. He's facing this. This individual is facing the fire, and you can't see anything. You don't see any legs, no arms. And you kind of get closer, and he kind of like kneels down and he hands her the box, and you see these 2 tiny hands reach out and grab it, and then put it like the box just disappears. Perfect. My tea is here. And you hear, your tea? Yeah, had it shipped in. Got a problem? No? Good.
Oh no.
Now make me some tea. Yes. Tea. Right away, miss. Your guests are here. And you just see this, like, visible, like, frustration and just upsettedness as he, like, turns and smiles at you and just goes, "Your compensation will be right here." And, like, turns and walks off in the opposite direction. And, slowly, all of a sudden, "Well, come here so I can see you. What do you want? What do you, ma'am? They saved your box of tea." "Oh, okay. What happened?" You
You're,
tell the whole story, and yeah, well, I appreciate it. Well, compensate them. Give them a gold piece. Just give them some out of the coffers. And then, well, let me look at you. Oh, and you hear like somebody stand up, and you hear just like bones and like ligaments and like just shit popping, just like multiple like snap crackle pop Rice Krispies, and you see this elderly goblin female stand up with this elongated like walker. Okay. Oh God. She turns around and like moves the chair and faces you and then sits back. Okay. Oh, you're a motley crew. Hmm. Hmm. Well, so you can fight. That's the gist of it.
And that's what I would hear.
Interesting.
Say that. Been doing it my whole life.
I just asked if you could fight, not how long you've been fucking doing it. Anyways.
Well, she certainly hasn't been doing it as long as you've lived.
You're damn fucking right it hasn't been. I didn't get these scars and my fucked up knees from playing dollhouse. Anyways, you looking for some work? I have some
It seems
things
that
that
we
need
are.
to be handled that I personally cannot be a part of. If you're able to look in a couple things for me, I'd be willing to possibly sign a contract to make it a more lucrative for you. Pay starts off a little on the lower side, but you do this favor for me and look into this. I'd be willing to sign a contract and I make it worth your while. I have some friends that owe me some favors that run a local merchants here in town. I could get you some deals at each one of the shops. But there's rules. I don't want people knowing that I'm looking into these said things. I want my name left out. Yeah?
We don't even know your name.
Perfect. Amazing start. But if I'm to be a possible employer, you should probably know me. I'm Arya Demore. Eria Der. Shit, hold on. I lost it. I hit my scroll wheel. Oh, stop.
It'd be like that.
There we go. Eria, and then last name Dermor. And you see, like, you look along the shelves and, like, pictures in the background, and you see, like, a portrait, and there's a much younger goblin. A very strong looking individual holding, like, a sword and has some armor on. It's, like, one of those, like, regal, like, pictures.
Mhm.
And you see, mounted. You see like monsters' heads and like fangs and like awards type stuff, and like you see there's a couple of cases up there with glass on top of them, like scrolls that are like bound up and like set in there. Something important. You're not sure what.
Yeah, I feel like there's been some sort of misunderstanding. Yeah, you seem to think that we're some new band that's just to be trifled with low-scale business.
Low
Look,
scale business.
I've dealt with nobility all my life. My friend here is an expert fighter, renowned, and we have a fantastic goblin his skills with the mind are above all. And I don't know what you know, but I know it is quite rare to have a party like us work for the nobility. So if you think you're gonna start us off with this low-scale, low-paid junk, we're not interested.
So, your friend's name, the blue one. What?
Patience,
Patience. Renowned fighter. Never
renowned
heard of
fighter.
her.
You
Okay,
don't know anything because you don't go to the fights.
So that's one down. The little goblin man here, just a little size up. Strong. Interesting. Mediocre. You got a mouth. I like that. Like that a lot. But your skills have yet to be tested.
We
But I
just
want more
proved
of
it to you.
Didn't prove nothing to me. Miller says you guys fight. I didn't see shit.
You don't trust Miller? You trust him enough to sleep with him, according to him.
Sleep with him. That's funny. That man's dick's so far up his ass, I wouldn't know where to look for it.
That's kind of the
Yeah.
impression I got too.
Ma'am, I just really don't appreciate. Shut the fuck up, Miller. Is the tea done? No. Okay. Anyways.
Not Miller
So-
time right now, Miller.
What do you mean?
As
It's always
for-
Miller time.
Low pay, are we talking? So I'm talking, a stipend pay of 5 gold per day per job, and then, figured pay. I mean, we're talking, 20, 30 gold maybe, plus bonuses, and finding the culprit of said problem. Tack on another maybe 80 gold on top of that. It's, It is a little on the low side, but that's because I haven't tested your skills yet. So, I mean, is this the group then? Are you? If I sign, you three will be signing the contract. If we do decide towards this.
The three of us will be signing. Yes.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I would say then here's your 10 gold apiece, and she puts like 3 coin purchase in front of you. I say go home. Go to your inn for the night, rest up. Come back here tomorrow and we can talk contracts, pay, the job. And from there, maybe we make something worthwhile. Do we have a deal?
We do. It's been a pleasure. Oh yeah.
See you tomorrow. And she sits back in her seat, and at that time, Miller shows up with a little tea glass and sets it in front of her. She takes a long sip. Ugh, that's good. Now get the rum on the top shelf. We top this off.
I ask you something.
What?
You know a lot of powerful people, do you?
Yeah, they're all pretentious dick shits, but yeah.
Well, what do you know about a guy by the name of Frostbite? That ring any bells?
He's a low crime lord. He ain't shit.
Never dealt with him?
Yeah. I know of him. That's about it. Get some rest. Guys got a big day tomorrow. We'll see you here.
Fair enough.
She sits back in her seat. Kind of chuckles a little bit and takes another sip of her tea. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Woo, baby!
Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks everybody for showing up for our
Session
first
one.
session
Session
Of the new campaign.
Session
Lesson 1 in the books.
Hell yeah.
one and done.
Sounds
one
good.
down,
Have a good night, guys.
This is one
247 to
shot.
go.
Oh no. All right, peeps. Thanks for hanging out for our first session. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Central, to continue to session 2. We hope you all have a safe and wonderful weekend, and we will see you next week.
We don't usually run this long either. We usually try to end around 11, But I figured first night everybody's been itching to play, so
Yeah.
just so you know.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next week. Ciao.
Love ya.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Later.